with people knowing it though? Who cares? Gives a fuck.
That's true.
For real.
I don't know.
You know who I always really liked when I was younger was when she was Britney Spears, but I didn't tell anyone until I was into my 20s.
Exactly, yeah. When you're an adulthood, it's like, yeah, it doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter when you're an adult.
But everything matters so much.
No, the thing is, it doesn't matter when you're young either, but
it's true. You just don't figure that out
you
until
make
you're like
it
20.
matter, yeah.
Yeah,
care
you feel
too
like
much.
it matters.
Yeah.
It's like, you just have to show the cool stuff that you listen to, but it's
Exactly,
like, it's all good. The same people that write all these pop star songs write all the rock and a lot of the rock songs too, so it's like...
Yeah.
It's all connected.
Mm-hmm. The guy that wrote Toxic for Britney Spears wrote a Kiss song. What was it? I Was Made for Loving You, I think, by Kiss.
Oh, dang.
Same guy.
Dang.
Yeah, that's
So-
one of their
That's
hits.
crazy.
So, you know, it's all the same people, just different
Same
people.
ghostwriter, just different band.
Exactly. Same. But anywho, this is episode number, what did I tell you guys? 14 of Roddy Radio, a subsidiary of Roddy TV, which is a YouTube channel and LLC that I'm running. This is a podcast in English stemming from the need of everybody wanting to hear my voice in English. My English is terrible. It's my second language. But today we've got a full house again. We got Tayson. Say hello.
Hey, I'm Tayson.
We got Darius.
What's up?
And we got Victor.
Howdy.
And together they're, what, the Power Rangers or what?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
essentially.
No, we're the
The Yardbirds.
yeah.
Just going straight for the throat on the Yardbirds.
Yeah.
We are Weezer.
Probably, I guess, hopefully no lawsuits incoming. But yeah, we're, as of now, Oblivion.
Oblivion?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool. That's a cool name. That's a good metal name. So you guys play, I'm assuming you guys play metal. I only saw a little bit of I think you only have one video on your social that
Yeah,
has,
we're releasing a demo tape soon. I think it's
Yeah.
like a 4-song EP, just rough demos we have. Gonna give them up to a, which magazine is it?
Ghouls and Metal magazine.
Yeah, Ghouls and Metal.
It's good. We release it tomorrow. We're supposed to.
It's supposed to, yeah.
The magazine releases next Friday, but yeah.
Oh yeah, where are you gonna release it on?
Hopefully
We-
Spotify, YouTube.
Yeah, we gotta get everything secured on Spoofy just because it's like, it was like $8 a month or something.
Yeah, you have to pay
Yeah.
for Spotify.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Yeah.
Then there's always the Bandcamp way and stuff like that.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
Bandcamp.
There's a lot of
SoundCloud.
methods.
Not that big
Probably
yet,
gonna
but
pop off
hopefully.
on SoundCloud any second now, dude.
SoundCloud.
Yeah. That's the way.
Do people still use SoundCloud?
Probably not.
I mean, they do, but I mean,
iHeartRadio.
I feel like you get more crap from using it than you would recognition.
Yeah, because I think it's been overused, I guess.
Yeah.
I think at a time there was a lot of good stuff on there.
And then it kind of got overtaken by like the mumble rappers.
Yeah,
Yeah.
which is unfortunate. But I'll turn this off here. There we go. There we go. And so, well, let's go ahead and talk about music, man. I mean, you guys are, how old you guys say you were?
We're all, you go ahead.
I'm 17.
17?
Yeah, 17 is one.
Yeah, we're all 17.
So you're a lot younger. You guys are old enough to be my kids. I guess I'm old enough to be your dad, rather.
How old are you?
I'm 36. I'm about to turn 37.
Oh, dang.
That's not too
which
bad.
Yeah, that's not
That's
bad.
not
yeah, just right around the corner, which means this is the first election year that I'm able to run for president. So I'm running for president.
Sweet. Okay.
That's
So
sick.
if you guys are 18 before November, make
We
sure to
will
get
be,
out.
yeah.
Yeah, we
Make
will
sure to
be.
get out and vote. And,
Yeah, we'll vote for you.
yeah, because I don't believe in democracy, so I figured this is a good way for people to prove me wrong and just vote. If democracy is real, I should be able to win. And everybody's been complaining about the last 8 years the country being run by old white men, and I'm neither of those things.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So get out and vote, everybody. Vote for me on this November.
It's gonna be awesome.
It's gonna be important.
No, no debates, no nothing. Just go up there.
Yeah,
Get
right.
enough corporate sponsorships and money
Yeah,
laundering.
see, I mean, that's the unfortunate thing, that's what it takes to be president.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah.
I don't remember them fuckers with the wigs talking about any
That's
corporate sponsorships.
Yeah.
Oh no, man! You give one of those guys an iPhone, they're gonna change it up. They're gonna switch it up.
Yeah.
Shit, that's good. But yeah, I mean, I guess we're jumping right into politics. So
All right, I'm done.
Yeah, definitely.
That's the best topic, so.
what's the thing with musicians nowadays? With young musicians,
Usually
such
they
as
want to.
yourselves?
When you're young, usually you want to rage against the machine. Like you're just full like punk, really.
Yeah, you just want to put all of your efforts into something and show people that you're worth something, and you can go out and do something that's impressive.
Yeah.
With politics.
No, with music.
No, but yeah. So you're saying it's more that focus. There's not a whole lot of
for music.
There's not a whole lot of room for politics.
That's what I would say, anyways. I mean, sometimes in my lyric writing, I'll include it, but I have a large passion for music, and
I feel like more people. I mean, it's either they are hardcore believers or they don't care.
Most kids now are like all or nothing. Like either you're like taking nothing but poli-sci classes in high school and like doing debates, or you're just kind of like, no, I don't really care. Yeah. Which
so
I think you should. You should care about politics. I think at this age because you're going to be the next generation.
It's good to have that knowledge to know what the world.
It's good to be educated.
What's happening in the world.
I feel like people just don't know how to properly communicate like what they believe in without getting in arguments. So it's like hard to talk about politics at this age because everyone's like, "Well, you're wrong."
And and that's the thing. I think anytime you get into any type of political debate, it should be not trying to change somebody else's mind, but rather opening your mind up and maybe even changing your own. So
a good thing I was taught by a teacher of mine, shout out Scott Larson, was if you can, when it comes to debates, you can if you can argue your opponents, you have to argue your opponents as well as yours.
Yeah.
Usually that's the best, to see both sides of the coin. I think that's important. But I think usually politics and music can go hand in hand. You can still make music without politics.
Yeah, there's a lot of good bands.
Peace Sells. I mean, that's a song about politics.
Yeah, and that was 1986.
Yeah.
And unfortunately a lot of these old political songs and protesting and stuff are still applicable.
That's true.
There's I don't know if you guys like punk music, but
yeah.
Operation Ivy has that song.
Yeah, I've been listening to a lot of Operation Ivy.
It's 1989. Stand up and take a look around, and it's like 1989, and it's still, still stands today.
I say, like, I was reading a thing the other day, it was like an article, like, new music is making like no money. It's all old music that's just completely taken over by everyone. I think that's cool.
Yeah.
Not good for the modern music industry, but it's gonna be,
I mean, that's where it's at, really.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Our ancestors knew what they were doing.
Yeah, dude, the caveman banging sticks and stones, they were cooking, man.
That's funny.
Oh, you get back to that real basic, just the rhythm is what drives a lot of the music.
Usually.
And then, so what are some of your guys' influences?
I would say my main influence would be Death.
For our band or just like in
general, but individually, and then then we'll jump into what the band is.
I like a lot of Motorhead, but I also like a lot of punk. I mean, I love Misfits, as basic as it is, but I like Operation Ivy. Or I like Metallica a lot.
Yeah.
I'd say I listened to 70s rock when I was young, and then once I got past that phase, I went to rap for a long time, and then I discovered King Crimson.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so...
And the 70s rock, what, like Rush and shit like that?
Yeah, a little bit Rush. It was like mainly just stuff that would come on, like mainstream, like Aerosmith and AC/DC, Guns N' Roses, all that.
Yeah. You know what? What's missing out right now, I think, is there's no good oldie stations. Growing up, I just always listened to oldies radio, but back then it was 50s, 60s.
Yeah.
So a lot of doo-wop and a lot of 60s stuff, Motown, and a lot of those real psychedelic bands from the 60s.
Mm-hmm.
So I got into a lot of that and a lot of the rock pop. And what's funny about pop music is that even when I was growing up in the 90s, early 2000s,
it was still kind of
still a lot of rock. You could turn on Z103 and you still were hearing a lot of guitars and drums and bands. And now that you turn on Z103, I don't think you'll hear a single band.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, usually just FL Studio with a voice.
Pretty much, yes. And so I don't know the fact that there is a scene here. And you guys are the second band that comes to the show. It gives me hope that there are still people wanting to make music kind of the old-fashioned way like that.
That's what we're trying to do.
We're not trying to follow the formulas. We're just trying to go out there, do our own thing, and put our own message out there.
Yeah,
I think it's more of a, we like to do our own thing, Mm-hmm. Like a lot of kids. I mean, a lot of people don't even try music out, but like. I don't know. I think we're doing pretty good for our age. I mean, we already have a band. We've played shows.
You and I started, 15 years old?
Yeah, we're like 14.
Yeah. Oh, yeah? Yeah, that's about... First band I was in, I was 13 or 14. And
I remember you saying that on the other...
Shoot, dude.
Yeah, and did you guys know how to play when you started, though? When you started a band?
I mean, somewhat. My dad made me learn some rudiments and stuff before I got a drum kit.
We knew the basics, but it was mainly just like we'd play Smoke on the Water,
and
like
Enter Sandman,
Iron Man.
Okay.
Yeah,
it's all the same stuff we
the classics.
Yeah, I didn't join the band until 3 years later after you guys.
Yeah,
so
I think it was April 2023.
Yeah,
it's been about almost a year.
Bred me in a petri dish to join the band. Yeah, but and I mean, I just practiced guitar on my own. I wasn't really in any band. I had a year where I just wouldn't talk to anyone. I just practice guitar all day.
Yeah.
So you kind of have to trade.
And that's when you just make these huge advancements in skill
True.
and learn so much.
You're just like not focused on much other than what
Yeah.
you're doing.
Yeah.
It's like in the moment.
Yeah, and so you play guitar
Yeah,
in the
I
band
play
also?
lead. Yeah.
Okay.
And
And what do you-
Go ahead, buddy.
I play guitar too, and I sing.
And I've been playing percussion.
okay, cool. And you said you write a lot of the songs?
Somewhat.
Do you guys all write?
Yeah,
Yeah.
We'll sit down to play. So we haven't had a good opportunity. It's been pretty like
Hectic.
now rush. We
Yeah.
came like right after a gig. We got hit by the magazine, so we just
I mean, yeah.
went
Well-
right to recording.
What we do have, mainly me and him have written, and it's stuff from about last year, and then we kind of got sidetracked with a lot of like trying to book shows, and
A lot of life and personal stuff.
yeah,
So.
it's been kind of hectic last year, but
Yeah.
we make it work.
But you got to get to it, yeah.
Yeah.
That's the thing. It's the same thing even with anything creative. It's like this. Sometimes life gets hectic, but I try to keep both the podcasts going. And like I said, when we got kicked out of our other studio, not get kicked out, but we pretty much got kicked out.
Yeah.
It was like but things fall into place because the girl that owns this place, Mia, I've known her for like 15, 16 years, and I hadn't seen her in a while. And that weekend after we finished the last show at the other studio, I bumped into her at a wedding, and she asked me about the show, and I said, we're actually out of the studio. And she's like, hey, come talk to me on Monday. Got a room you guys can use. So it's like, as long as you keep putting yourself out there and making sure people know you're kind of like in the market, doing some creative,
gotta
people
put
are there to help you
You
out.
just
gotta put in the
have
effort,
the
you know?
connections and like
Yeah.
you said, put in the effort.
As long as you know how to market yourself, and usually, in our case, it's good. We can. Tayson's pretty good at marketing, but
Yeah.
usually you put in what you get out.
Yeah, and the network. I mean, which is pretty much just don't be an asshole.
Yeah.
If you can be friends with everybody.
Yeah, I've been trying to like find like the magazine. I hit them up, or I've had to get like emails of bands. Hit them up, be like, hey, can I get some advice? Could we play some shows? Something,
Yeah, that's awesome. And so, what's the magazine that you guys are gonna be featured?
It's called the Ghouls and Metal magazine. It's a Orlando-based horror magazine for bands.
Okay.
And this is their third issue. They're not very how do you say it, well known, but still step in the right path. They've had 3 bigger bands. They've had Void, what was
Interceptor.
it, Interceptor, and Nemesis, and we're just in the newer section of the Nemesis part.
Okay.
But yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool, and it's I mean, it's even coming to this show. It's like I'm glad that people are still down to do stuff without thinking of like how big someone else is or anything like that. Because it hasn't happened to me, but I have another friend who does it, who has a podcast. He does it with his wife, and he's had a couple times when he invites somebody, and first thing they look is like, how many followers do you have?
Oh,
It's like
just-
yes. I'm like
Yeah.
with me, I've been lucky enough to where either people say either yes or no. But at least they're not dicks about like why not? It's like. But for the most part, it's like, yeah, sure, let's do this. Or,
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, why turn down the opportunity if it's just something you can do?
yeah.
I think it's just cool to like at least say you've done it. It's like in 60 years when you're all old and frail. I mean, if people ask you questions, I mean, personally, I ask my grandparents questions, or I did, and I know it's interesting to hear about things like that. It's like I was in a band.
Yeah, yeah, and especially if you have something where they can listen to you, a younger version of you talking about it. That'd be
Right.
cool.
It's true.
Like looking at old pictures, even that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, just old scraps of like lyrics and art and stuff.
Yeah. The first band that my friend and I were in, a couple of friends and I were in, my friend's mom had a notebook from when she was in high school that she wrote poetry in, and that's what we used for lyrics, like on our first song.
That's awesome.
That's
Usually those
So-
go hand in hand too.
Yeah, it's just shit
As
like
long as
that.
it's not too like haiku. But
Yeah, and they were heavy lyrics. Old lady was always kind of in a dark place. She actually just died last Friday. A friend posted about her. She was 58 years old, found with a vodka bottle next to her, empty vodka bottle next
Was
to
she
her.
your mom?
No, my friend's mom. She was,
Rest in peace.
but yeah, I mean, she was. I remember like terrible stories of him growing up, and she was never really around for him and stuff. And it's just sad to see the alcohol take over or anything else, any type of thing like that. How's that going with as far as playing shows and stuff? What are the are people still getting super drunk at all the shows? Or still people still getting high at all the shows?
Our
Yeah.
debut, they had to shut down the bathroom. Everyone was like,
Yeah.
the people doing the lines.
Yeah,
They
they
threatened
brought
to-
in a bunch of
They
alcohol.
they threatened to shut down the show if people didn't stop smoking and drinking.
Oh wow, where was that?
It was at the Heart.
Oh okay.
Yeah, Northgate. So.
Hey, I've heard of that venue. I haven't been
It's
there.
probably gonna be worse when we play at the gym.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
gym. Well,
for
because that's a
sure.
bar.
That's gonna be just But
Yeah, the gym was a cool venue.
I love the gym.
usually that's like the breakthrough venue for most places. But we got followed by Maddie Danger recently.
Yeah, that's
that was
I,
pretty
There's
funny
a
story.
behind that.
Yeah, so I go to school at Tech, and I'm not gonna say what she does, but I saw her car, and I left a sticky note on her car. I was like, "Hey, we're Oblivion, please, you'll like us." And then
You took a picture of it, sent it to the group chat. I'm like, why
yeah, I
did
was
you
like,
do that?
they were like, "You're such a weirdo," and then
Stalker
she
weirdo.
texted,
and she worked, and I was like, oh.
yeah, and she like posted us, and we got quite a few followers from that. It was nice.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
It's awesome to see, and that's what's cool about social media is like anyone can.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
surprised I
Find
found
you.
out that she lived in Idaho. I just saw her hearse one time. She drives around with a hearse.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty
Like-
cool how she's a local celebrity and she's into thrash metal just like our band, and I
Yeah.
mean, we kind of just fall hand in hand. When I first met her, I complimented her battle vest, but yeah.
That's cool. And then just kind of from there hit it off or what?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
it was-
basically best friends
We just
now, dude.
talked about music and stuff, and I told her that I watched her content, and so
That's awesome.
Yeah, she's definitely cool. You should go check her out.
Yeah, I will have to because I've heard of, but I've never actually I'm not subscribed or anything. So.
Yeah.
right.
Usually that's the case with most of the local stuff around here. It's like, oh, I've heard of them.
Yeah.
But you never able to.
Such a
But that's the thing, like you don't seek them out, and so it's like as long as they don't, as long as they're not coming up on your feed, then you're not.
Sometimes I don't know.
Right.
Sometimes I'll like just talk about something with my friend and I'll see it on my feed.
Oh, yeah.
What the?
Oh yeah, it'll come up on my feed now that we talked about it. 'cause
Yeah,
of
probably, dude.
iPhone listening.
Yeah.
Thank
Because
you,
that shit's
Tim.
for real.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
happened to
the
me so many
government.
times. Like where we're talking about some obscure shit. Like, hey, remember that? And then we get an ad for it, or the video comes up on YouTube, and shit like that.
Yeah,
It's
the
rough.
algorithm's pretty crazy now.
Getting
Yeah.
snitched on by my iPhone, dude. It's rough, dude.
Yeah, it knows my deepest, darkest
Jeff
secrets.
Bezos knows too much.
Thanks, man. My Amazon wish list. Thanks, Jeff. Appreciate it.
Shit. When the gem before the gem was the gem, it was DB's, Debbie's Bar, and I used to live kind of next door to that. It's the bar, and then it was False Printing. I think it's something else now, and the liquor store, and then the apartments that are right there. I live right there, so it's less than a block away. But when I changed over to the gem, one day I'm going somewhere. I was driving off, leaving, and as I'm leaving, I see this big van, this big bus with like skulls and shit. I'm like, what the fuck kind of Halloween shit is this? And I get to where I'm going, and this was maybe 10 years ago, so it wasn't like I didn't even have an iPhone, a smartphone or anything back then. But when I got to where I was going, I got on my laptop and I checked on probably Facebook back then, and people were posting how they were showing up to the Doyle show at the gym right next to where I live, and I was like, if I would have known that was Doyle from the Misfits,
Oh,
I would have.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, that
I was like, I would have
That's what I was
stayed. Like I
thinking.
wouldn't have come where I was going. I would have stayed and like gone in.
There's
Yeah.
a few occurrences like that. Soulfly played at the gym recently. They did a Nail Bomb full album cover. It was 2018. I was too young. I didn't know about them,
shit.
but I wish I would have gone because I lived here my whole life and I could have made that happen.
Yeah.
But,
I know I was getting some local people though. Like, it was like a couple months back. There's the guy from I want to say Black Flag.
Oh, Henry Rollins. Yeah.
Henry Rollins was
Yeah.
like talking at the like not the Civic Arts.
Yeah, he was giving that
Oh,
talk.
was he?
Our friend.
See, why are these things not being shouted from the rooftops?
Yeah, for real. But
No
our
one
friend
likes being
Brian,
here, dude.
our friend Brian ran into him. It was pretty cool because he's like Black Flag is pretty well-known punk band, hardcore punk, and it was cool. They took a picture of each other flipping.
That's
a
awesome.
picture flipping each other off.
That's awesome. I would love that. I mean, Black Flag, Dead Kennedys, Misfits.
Yeah.
I mean, when you said you like the Misfits and you're like as basic as that is, that's why I hate words like basic and shit because
The
it's
tarnish.
it's
it.
influential.
you judge yourself. Like it's like the whole liking Britney Spears or liking Lana Del Rey or liking
Yeah.
anything. It's like if you like it, you like it. If it sounds good, it sounds good. If it does something inside of you, it does something inside of you. It doesn't matter who the hell it is or what kind of music it is.
Right.
And I'm still just mad that I didn't get to see Doyle live, despite
Yeah.
him playing like a block away from where I lived at the time.
That would suck, dude.
Yeah.
It's like,
And that was before they got back together. You know, Misfits are back together with Danzig and everything. So
Yeah.
I remember me and Darius, we went to go see Metallica, Iron Maiden. We went to the Power Trip Festival.
oh nice.
Yeah, in
And-
Indio, California.
Yeah, it was awesome.
It's a
it
lot
was
of
crazy.
money, but it was
Yeah.
a really cool experience.
Is it
They had a
worth it?
Ferris
We-
wheel.
Yeah, we worked like all summer.
Yeah.
We were on the top of the Ferris wheel, and AC/DC was playing, and everyone had like the devil horns that glowed.
The glowing light. Yeah,
The glue,
The glowing light.
and we could see the mosh pits circling. It was just like red, and like it was crazy.
And
It
the
was
circle-
awesome.
a circle pit.
And then
for
we
AC/DC
went
is
and
very
joined
funny.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was,
that's
it was
what's-
funny, but they actually like they nailed it. Like he's like what 80 years old. He's rolling on his back.
The 20-minute solo, dude, that was crazy.
Yeah, and me and
then
Darius,
the mosh pit
the mosh
was
pits
so
were crazy.
much
There was a
fun.
bunch of
Throwing around
sweaty
a
dudes.
bunch of people with their shirts off.
bunch of
just
sweaty shirtless dudes
living
hitting
life,
each other.
doing what other 17-year-olds aren't.
Yeah.
Exactly. How much was that then? How much did that run?
But yeah, go ahead.
So
go
for
ahead.
like
yeah.
3 people, it was $2,000
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
GA
Yeah,
tickets.
I was too busy
Wow.
being broke, and I.
He was broke. We ordered the tickets before he was even in the band, I think. So we went with his dad. We were supposed to go with mine, but his dad changed. It's a long story, but
But how many bands did you see though? I mean,
6 total.
yeah.
see, I mean that's worth it. The most I've ever
Definitely.
paid, I went and saw my favorite band, Café Tacuba from Mexico City. They were in Salt Lake City. I paid, I want to say like $180 per seat, and we were way up there. I actually would have gone like the two. It was two something to be right up front, but they were sold. They were filled up
Yeah.
Right.
by the time I got to the thing. So.
Yeah, it was definitely worth it. I just Guns N' Roses sucked. Like I
Yeah,
Yeah.
Iron Maiden was really good. Judas Priest was good.
Everyone was good.
I like
Even-
Iron Maiden.
even Tool.
Yeah, Tool
like,
was amazing too.
The
It's
Tool
just,
show in Idaho was.
Guns N' Roses was just Axl Rose is fat as crap and can't sing anymore.
I've heard that what Axel does now is they turn up his microphone like super
That's
super loud.
what
so
he
that
did.
they
Everyone
did.
else
that
was
he-
turned down.
Doug
yeah, so that
carried-
he's up on the microphone and like barely pushing it out, but what's pushing out is the volume. I'm like, ugh.
It was not a
that
good
can't sound
combo.
good.
They
Yeah.
didn't know what they were doing.
Yeah.
Must be a good gig for the mixing guys though, doing a lot of their job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
Having to mix all of the like I don't know, dude, just being on the mic, having to turn it down so it doesn't ring incessantly when he's not
Yeah.
barely yapping.
I think the rest of the band did a really good job though. Like Slash, so that's
Duff
Duff. They were
McKagan.
good.
Yeah, he did really good.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's the cool thing about big shows like that too. You see all the staff like that, like people that are mixing live, they're turning you up, turning you down and stuff. And when you guys do shows, like I've heard of I think the Heart has do they have staff or not?
Yeah,
they have staff.
Jovi, he's really nice. Yeah.
So yeah, because I mean, when we used to do punk shows at a place called the Wax House, which was really just this old warehouse, and so we just did our own shit. So it sounds good now, but it doesn't mean it's gonna sound good, 10 minutes into the set or whatever.
Yeah.
So.
And
That's true.
that was one of the
you
first
did get, we
struggles
did
we
kind of
encountered.
get, we did kind of get shafted vocally.
Yeah.
unfortunately.
yeah.
The
It did
sound
get
check did not sound the same as the.
well. The
Yeah,
sound check
and it
was
never does.
phenomenal. Like it sounded so good. We went a day before, and then we got an early sound check. And then we
Okay.
did ours the day of the show, and it was like not it. And then just everything kind of got like mixed up during the show. But
Well,
it was
okay because now we
yeah.
have that knowledge. And
just
we
got to
can
learn,
fix it.
Yeah, and you learn as you go, and you're able to pick out what needs to be moved up, down, or wherever it needs to be. But I mean, it changes once people are in the venue. It's different from a big empty venue.
Right.
Same thing with energy. I mean, once you're actually playing, you're playing a lot harder. You're hitting your guitar a lot harder.
Yeah,
the
my
drums
hands
are
were
a lot harder.
bleeding by the end of
Yeah.
the show. So.
yeah, definitely. The crowd was wild.
The crowd was
That was awesome.
We had a good energy going.
I wanted to jump in, but I mean there was no right time because I was needed for
We were
the
all
majority of it.
playing, yeah.
we were all playing.
It's
So I
like
was like,
I wanted to jump in, but I mean,
Next-
drums.
It's hard to be a lead man.
Drum
who also plays
solo.
rhythm.
drum solo.
That's
Drum
true,
solo.
the drum solo.
Jump in.
Jump in.
That's how it goes. That was badass.
Little drummer boy.
Again, what you guys should do is get wireless rigs for your guitars.
Yeah, we
I got one.
Yeah, he got one. We used the band fund, most of it. Other than McDonald's, we got we
spent
got
so much money on
gear.
food, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and we got one of
Gotta
those.
feed the hungry.
Yeah, because that'll
Band-Aids.
help you with stuff like that when you want to jump out and stuff. We used to play. Me and my brother started playing in a band, in a Mexican band, a norteño band, but we wanted to bring a lot of that punk rock energy to it. And so I mean, a lot of the Mexican bands do it now, where like at a part of the show you jump into the crowd and dance with the crowd.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm like, I didn't invent that universally. I'm like, but I feel like I'm the one that brought that to that scene.
No, I
I'm
get
like,
what you mean.
I'm like, we were the ones that started doing that, and kind of all the other dance bands followed suit after that.
Yeah.
Right.
But I mean that's the versatility we always try to have. Is just it's just important to play with anybody with any type of music. What other type of music do you guys like, or would you like to play?
I
mean, me and Victor, we were wanting to. I'm going to see Journey and Toto in March, and I've been listening to a lot of that recently. And we've been wanting to make like experimental acid psychedelic rock type of music.
Yeah, just weird stuff. To be honest, I listen to a lot of Primus and Mr. Bungle, stuff like that. Just kind of
the more out of the box,
kind of f around. Or like
Primus is badass.
I'm a big fan of Frank Zappa.
Okay.
Yeah.
A lot of his stuff is really
the
good.
Moody Blues.
Yeah,
That's a good band.
Yeah.
yeah.
Rush, like you said, that's probably another one of my biggest inspirations was Neil Peart on the drum kit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want to play punk. I love punk rock. Or not punk rock, but like hardcore punk. I wanted to play with my friends Brian and Dylan, but I just haven't had time with doing all this stuff. And I don't know. I like a lot of stuff, but I don't know. Metal's seems to do it for me.
Metal's kind of where it's at right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just good to keep that open mind.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So.
I don't know. It's important to keep, like you said, an open mind. Like
Variety.
try
Just have a knowledge of the music
and also
situation and where
be
everybody's
technically
at.
like complicated with your be proficient, but also because that gives you kind of wiggle room to like f around on stage.
Mhm.
Kind of do I like taking a page out like Alice Cooper's book, doing shock rock stuff.
Nice. Yeah.
That's where it's at.
Yeah, and what I'm thinking about is more of it going back to that what I was talking about networking too, because you never know who's gonna maybe ask you to drum for them someday. It might be some funk band. It might be, you never know. So, so keep an open mind. It's another type of music, and if you're good enough, if you're proficient enough on your instrument, then it's like, why not? Let's try it out.
I actually recently joined a hardcore local band. We're thinking about playing at the gym in Pocatello area too.
Nice.
But we're going to see Tsunami and Kublai Khan and stuff just to kind of get more of a knowledge of that type of music. And that's been pretty fun. It's a mixture of hardcore and death metal, so it's fast to play.
Nice. I like fast, man. Fast is good. Now, you guys, I asked you when you guys kind of started forming your bands and started playing. When was that first time you actually gigged? First gig?
It was like 2 months ago. Yeah.
November 10th.
Yeah, seasoned veterans.
For all of you, huh?
Yeah. Well,
Not for...
Yeah, no, I played a couple like local places. I used to play downtown with my brother because he plays drums as well.
My first gig was there was supposed to be a fight in someone's backyard and like in their horse stable, and it was me, my friend, and this random guitar player. We just played a bunch of Motley Crue covers. Well, no one showed up, and there's two people fighting.
Why were they fighting?
No clue.
But they just arranged it like we're gonna.
Yeah, they
we're
made
gonna
posters.
settle. We're gonna settle this.
They made posters.
Was
put
it
them
like
around
an angry
town.
fight or was it like
Angry fight? They were like, "Oh, I hate you." I'm like, "I'm gonna kick your face in the dirt." And
like
we were
some
just
WWE
we were the soundtrack. You know,
Smackdown.
it was funny.
That's pretty cool. Who won?
No clue. I don't even remember. I just remember I was like messing up along the guitar. I was like, "Crap, this is embarrassing." No one's even watching.
Dude's getting
Nobody's
pounded
paying
into the dirt.
attention.
I messed that part up, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, when you mess up, I mean, from my experience, it's always like I always messed up more when there was less people and like because you start getting more nervous. Once the people are there and the energy's there, maybe I was messing up and I just didn't notice it. Didn't care.
That's definitely
is what it is. It's like,
we went back.
but when you're so focused on what you're doing, like any little, I mean, you're a half second late on something, you're like, fuck.
Yeah.
Right.
Every little thing was. I mean, we've had some. We thought we were like because the energy of the crowd. We thought we were like
Cooking
gods.
or
by
Yeah, we were
then.
like,
Just like that was the
we
best
killed
thing
them,
ever.
They were
you know?
screaming
Apparently, it was,
lyrics
and then it
back
got
to us.
they
and
got
we're like,
recorded. We're like, oh god.
Yeah, we saw it and we're like, "Oh,
yeah, it's all on YouTube, and it's just not.
don't spread the word."
Don't admit that.
The true fans
We'll
can
link
find
it down-
that.
we'll
Don't tell
link it down below.
Bezos. Don't tell
Yeah.
Bezos.
No, and the thing is, I mean, things were a little too polished, throughout the 80s, 90s, even the 2000s, to where you're watching live records and they're doing great, and then it's not till later that you find out that all that stuff is overdubbed.
Mm-hmm.
And the only time I learned it was with Real Big Fish. You guys know who that is? The ska band. Yeah, they had a live album, a live DVD, and on the extras on that, they showed how like they would go back and I fucked up right there, so we'll record over it, and so they like overdubbed all their mistakes. and they kind of wanted to show like yeah, this is a live show, but it sounds as good as it does because we do take it in the studio and work on it. So
Yeah.
Right.
So I think for me it was like, okay, if these big name bands that are putting out live albums aren't doing perfect live shows, then then I don't have to.
Yeah.
It gets the weight off your chest.
Well, it's also like there's something cool about seeing like people mess up. You know, I
Yeah.
mean,
It's
like
you
they're
know, it's
human.
real.
They're
Like
people too.
when
They're
we saw
trying it.
Metallica, Kirk Hammett, their guitar player, he messed up on Nothing Else Matters. It's the funniest thing
Oh.
ever. Like, not everyone gets to see that, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like when they look back in 20 years, they'll be like, oh, I remember that. He sucked, but it was
But
fun.
it was a good time.
Yeah, I was having a good time.
Yeah, and that's when you know it's live, when they mess up or they sing the same verse again and shit like
You're
that.
like, crap.
Yeah.
Not me.
Yeah, when Lars is slightly off.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. And so you guys are, how far are you guys going to be taking what a music career could be? I mean, you guys are pretty young right now.
I'm
how
willing
far
to
are you
sleep
looking at it?
in the dirt to
Yeah,
make
he's-
this work.
Yeah, no,
I'm probably-
I think we're all just completely in on this.
I'd
Yeah.
say so. Yeah.
Whatever makes it work.
I tried
we'll
going
go
into
for
like
it.
I don't know. I was thinking of going into an engineering gig, and I was like, yeah, it sounds good enough because I used to work in IT for a while. I was like doing computers and stuff. I was a little nerd. And then I joined the band. I was like, no more nerd shit.
So you got to be cool now.
Put down the
Yeah,
suspenders.
exactly. Yeah, no more computer science degrees.
Yeah, no more of that successful stuff. I'm in a band, mom.
Yeah, that's kind of what you have to do, is burn those bridges, not have,
Yeah.
not really have like a plan B or anything.
Yeah, it's
It's a
definitely
gamble,
like
but it's
if you
fun.
fail, it's horrible. But if you don't,
Just
it's-
don't
yeah.
fail.
Yeah, just don't fail.
Yeah, you
Just
can't
don't
fail.
suck.
Yeah.
So I got no worries. I think we can go far. Well, I don't think I know we'll go far.
If you can, if you can make a living playing music, there's nothing
That's where
better
it's
than
at.
that. So
Exactly.
Well, it
So-
doesn't even necessarily matter if your music's good. I mean, you can polish a turd, you know? There's horrible music artists that are rich.
Right,
Yeah.
and you can remaster it down the road.
You can
and
remaster.
make
You
it
do a lot with
legit.
turds these days, dude. It's crazy.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Polish
definitely.
out the turds.
yeah, and so that's the thing. That's why I was saying you don't have to necessarily be famous, but if you can live off of it, then that's good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Because famous is, you're absolutely right. There's so many things out there that are famous right now that are
yeah, it's just, well,
like
there's-
famous is not a measure of skill or
Yeah, there's
whether
a.
something is
I
good
mean,
or
there
not.
can be something that's like famous as crap, and I'm not even gonna know about it because I'm not interested in it. You know.
Yeah.
They can be majorly successful, and I'll have no clue because I'm not interested. Same with other people. Like some people will probably never know our name, but we could still possibly be successful. You know.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, and as long as you're putting out stuff that you're happy with and that you like the quality, then you're good. And I mean, and there's so many artists that I don't even know. I know who they are, and I know a lot about them because of TMZ and
Mm-hmm.
outlets like that. But I haven't heard a single one of their songs.
Yeah, there's a lot of people like that for me too, just because I kind of stick around one area of music.
Yeah.
I mean, I would say I'm pre-2000s for the most part, but
Pre 2000s.
yeah.
Usually, yeah. I don't know. I've been listening to jazz heavy right now, or the old blues like Lead Belly and
Marty Robbins. I've been listening to a lot of Marty Robbins.
he's good.
Bell
Marty
Bottom
Robbins.
Blues.
Yeah.
It's a good song.
Yeah.
Or like surf rock, like surf music.
Yeah.
It's like Dick Dale,
Or
Dwayne Eddy.
old jazz has been a little bit too much in my rotation. I'll be honest. I like Charles Mingus.
Oh, okay.
Been
I love
heavy.
Mingus. I love Mingus.
Yeah.
Mingus. Have you ever? Well, I'll show you later. I have a bunch of Mingus songs
Yeah,
that I
I
like,
love
and I'm a bassist, so it's like
Oh,
Mingus
nice.
is
Oh,
God.
sweet.
Yeah,
Mingus
true.
and Lemmy are God.
That's true.
So,
What is it like? One of my favorite albums actually is Black Saint Sinner Lady.
okay.
It's really good.
Yeah, there's a lot of Mingus out there that's it's just incredible, and I like a lot of bebop, jazz, and bebop. My brother's he's someone that lives off of playing music, and he got his master's in performing arts for trumpet playing, and so just growing up with him being in band all the time, and then going to college, and then just making a whole career out of it. That's how I got into so much like jazz and bebop and classical music and stuff that he was listening to, that I think otherwise I might not have listened to. So,
Right.
but I mean, and what was it you were saying before? There was something else I wanted to go back to.
Surf rock.
You said
Marty
Robbins.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
It made me think of Merle Haggard.
Mary Robbins.
Mary Poppins.
Mary Poppins.
Poppins.
Mary Poppins is in the same vein as any other punk rock artist there is, and Merle Haggard. All these old time country artists, songwriters. Hank Williams. they're in this. I put them all in the same boat as the original punk rock guys, as the gangster rappers, as there's so many different. They all have the same story. They're all in poverty. They're all from the ghettos. They're all trying to get out and make a better life. And all their songs were about a terrible lifestyle they had.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think that's why I don't like hardly any country.
New countries.
From I won't say there's nothing because there might be.
I like Culture Wall. He's recently been he's actual just music is the second thing he does. He's just on a ranch doing being an actual cowboy.
Cool. So he's an actual cowboy.
That's sweet.
Yeah. I appreciate it.
We listened to when I was in junior high. We were in shop class and we had a stereo little boombox CD player, and we only ever had 2 CDs. I don't know whose they were, but we always listened to either Ludacris. The one album of the Word of Mouth by Ludacris or Boot Scootin' Boogie by Brooks and Dunn. That was like our 2 those were our 2
duality of man.
Yeah. Can never go wrong.
We were happy with that. Yeah.
It's good option.
It was fun. I mean that's another thing is is Boot Scootin' Boogie really a song that's going to change the world or musically amazing? No, but it was really fun.
I mean, that's how Macklemore was. I
mean,
was it good? No. Was
Weird
it fun?
But it was fun.
That's a good point. It's still, I don't know, fun enough to beat out Kendrick Lamar in the Grammys. That's so funny
Kendrick's
to me.
actually good, though.
I saw that. I was like, I should stop watching the Grammys now.
Macklemore, that's a name I haven't heard in a decade,
Yeah, voice of our generation, man.
Yeah, I don't know.
He's even alive
did
still. I haven't
something.
heard about him in quite a while.
Therefore, he's dead.
Yeah. If I haven't heard about him, it means he's dead. He doesn't. He no longer exists.
Pretty much, dude.
Yeah,
that's
no
how
longer
it
in the
is.
thrift shop.
Generationally, it's like you gotta keep that attention coming. You gotta keep it going. Momentum is where it's at.
Yeah.
And then there's artists that are just generation after generation after generation, like Smokey Robinson.
Mm-hmm.
He's been active for
decades,
probably 5 decades or so. And he's still getting awards, and he's still writing songs, and he's still coming on songs. He was on a song with Anderson .Paak a couple of years back, and I'm like, Jesus Christ, man!
Still
Can't keep a good artist down like that.
Yeah, there's a few like that. I mean, Eric Clapton.
Yeah.
He did one of the best covers of Layla recently that I've ever heard, and it's just
covers.
He wrote
not
it.
covers, but
like
live performances.
No, that was
really
wrong.
Good. Yeah,
that was both I saw that album the live, and I was like, that was pretty good.
Yeah.
And I Layla came out, I was like,
And then you showed me the While My Guitar Gently Weeps with Prince.
oh my god, that was my at the music. I think it was the 2012 music
Rock and
awards,
Roll.
Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Prince is one of my big influences on guitar, just because he's not a technical complicated. He's no dime bag in the shred department, but he can just make it
He's got the flow.
he can just
He's
make
a
it
master.
sing. It's same thing as Gilmore, basically.
No. You guys like Jimi Hendrix?
Of
That was my top dog as far as
Mm-hmm.
guitar. Just because, same thing, it's not like he was out there anything too technical, which he could have, but it was mostly the inventive stuff, the weird sounds he was making.
Just very innovative.
Yeah, I went to Seattle, the Museum of Pop Culture, and I saw a lot of his old art and his old Woodstock guitar that he played with his teeth.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. And then they had a Nirvana room because it's Seattle, and it had Dave Grohl's drum kit and their first EP and cassette and stuff, and it really just kind of was an eye-opener to how much work you have to put into a band to make it work, and how many steps all of these people have gone through to get to where they're at now.
Yeah, it is, and I love seeing stuff like that with giant artists that are just immortal, because it makes you think, what am I doing? I'm starting out exactly the way they are. So how far you take it and where it goes, it's it's up to you. So.
It's nice to touch base like that with them. So
Yeah.
I mean, they all started somewhere.
Yep.
And so can we.
Yeah. Unless you're a corporate plant. I've seen a couple of those.
Unless you're Rotten Records.
There's one girl named Sophie Powers or something who was what was that one song that was popular on TikTok? I'm a 5'4" man. Like that one.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, I do not know that song.
She was making some sort of pop punk, and I was I digged into the records, and it's just a very obvious corporate ploy, and I was emailing them man, you wish you get away with this one.
Yeah, you went out of your way to.
I DM'd her man, what's Columbia Records doing with you again?
Did you ever get a reply?
No, I don't think. I think she saw me. I saw the account. And,
It said seen.
blown away by my handsome stature, and she didn't respond. That was all.
She was too shy.
She was blown away.
Yeah,
Dude.
flabbergasted.
Yeah, exactly.
Shit. There was a commercial on the television, years back. The fuck was it about? It was for ASPCA or some shit. But it was it was about how like not to buy like knockoff stuff or pirated stuff, anti-piracy, anti-knockoff stuff. There's these two people going up to a stand where this guy's selling DVDs, and he's got like the middle, like the Eastern European accent, and he's like selling them some bootleg ass DVDs, and they're like, are these real? And he's like, it's the best quality. And then after that,
The best stuff, man. It's
And
good.
then-
Like Hero 2.
Tony Macaroni.
and so then after that, it shows like people.
Django Fett.
It shows everybody who that would affect. Like it would affect like this worker was out of a job, and then it meant it was helping to push drug sales, which means it was helping fund terrorists. And like every single one, like the people buying the bootleg DVD was like, I think it was an Asian chick and like or like a Mexican looking dude, and there's the Eastern European guy, then there's a black dude, and like the only white person in it was a poor girl losing her job because of it. Everybody else was like different races and different colors, and I hadn't noticed it. My brother noticed that, and he emailed, what the fuck ever association it was, and they never got back to him. He's like, hey, how come the only person on this commercial that's white is like the one that's like suffering? You think there's no bad white people?
Yeah, dude, I don't know. It's funny
There's
that's
a lot
very
of ploys.
it's very Bush administration commercial. I think that's like,
Yeah,
yo, there's
that might have been
kids
about
getting
the
killed
time,
there's kids getting killed in Israel because you bought a $20 Nickelback CD.
Yeah.
It's like, dude,
It's real.
All right, man.
What do you guys think about that stuff though, like piracy and shit?
I think Napster definitely effed the music industry up for a while,
Yeah.
but at the same time,
I'm not a huge
no one's gonna
fan
pay
of
for
it.
stuff. Whenever there's an option,
When there's a
You
free
gotta
option,
do
it's
what you
not gonna
gotta
be paid
do at
for.
the end of the day.
like it's not helpful for up and coming musicians now. Like record deals are so hard to get now.
Well,
it's
that's
more
the
of-
thing. I think at the beginning we all thought it was such a bad thing, and it seemed like a bad thing. But I think if it wasn't because for that, artists would still be super dependent on record labels.
Also,
Yeah.
It also helped the people that made. Was it Napster? Was the one that LimeWire? But those guys ended up making Spotify. So,
LimeWire's.
so I mean, that's a pretty good deal. Unlimited music for like, you can get it cheap, like
Yeah,
student
just
discount.
that introduction of being able to stream music
Yeah,
from
it's
your
just-
phone on the go. Like
for-
you had to buy songs, put them on your iPod.
Without
And
linking your
shuffle
PC with
through them.
malware.
It's just for like the musicians, like half of the deal. It's kind of like they're screwed over because you get like, what, like
Spotify pays so, like 0.0005.
for every stream.
It's so
it's
funny,
like-
like making like 10,000 streams. He was like,
Yeah.
dude, here's a fucking Chili's gift card. Get out of here.
that wouldn't be bad.
That wouldn't be
Kelly Lynch.
Better than what you're getting now.
happy with Chili's, yeah.
But I think it changed the focus from a band being able to live off of record sales to a band being able to live off of touring and shows.
Mm-hmm.
So you're out there selling your merch, and you're out there selling your hard copies, and you're out there selling, filling places. That's what you're living off of, instead of, people actually enjoying the recorded product.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's a lot better now than it
Yeah.
was back then for that reason.
It's usually also like just anything being like over marketed like that, and how Nirvana's on every shirt at Target now, like just bands becoming brands.
Yeah, you can
It's rough.
go to Walmart and buy
It's a
an
marketing
AC/DC
scheme at that
shirt
point.
for
Yeah.
$10.
Yeah,
So-
I got the newest Misfits shirt that I bought was I happened to find it at Walmart for like $8.
Yeah.
Nice.
I'm like, well,
I mean, it's a good starter into the bands, but there's gonna be some gatekeepers.
Yeah.
Dude, I'll gatekeep you, dude.
Yeah,
Pink
man,
Floyd.
You and I both have Pink Floyd.
Oh, I
on.
didn't even notice that.
Yeah.
That's where the white shirts don't look fat.
Oh yeah.
Dark Side of the Moon and
Wish you were here.
What's yours?
I got Metallica on.
Oh, look at that! They're all wearing band t-shirts. I should have worn a
yeah,
band
we gotta
t-shirt.
be. We have to actually.
No
portray that
posers.
image.
No posers in this band.
I remember when I was
Posers.
so how I actually joined the band. I was they had put an ad up on Ches Bros. They had like there's a little bulletin board like there's a stair that goes up and then another one that goes up to the right, and in between there's a bulletin board for stuff. My sister sees one because she takes singing lessons there. She's like, it was a band like, do you like these bands?
He's like, do you like
in big
Do you
letters?
like
No
Motorhead?
Do you like Black
Misfits,
Yeah,
Black Sabbath,
exactly.
and Metallica.
Iron Maiden?
Yeah, and
it
it's
said,
no posers allowed. Big
Motley capital letters we wrote,
Motley
no
Crue
posers.
and metal font
yeah,
that me and Tayson had
Pulled out of our
somehow
butts.
written. Yeah.
it was pretty
And
bad.
then we forced him to learn 3 songs we didn't even play.
True.
live
Yeah,
at
I
first
learned the song,
practice.
and then you're.
You learned
Yeah.
a National Acrobat,
It was
Ace of Spades, and the Four Horsemen.
Yeah.
And we didn't play one of those songs.
We didn't play
at
that
first
one.
practice.
yeah. I remember he showed up to the first practice. He was playing Ace of Spades. I was like, well, it's your lucky day. 'Cause we
Yeah,
didn't
we
even
were
learn
like,
it.
you're
Just
funny.
you're lucky.
We'll just let you join.
yeah.
fu-
So
yeah.
you're in the band.
All right.
I mean,
Lightning
that's half the
turn.
battle. If you get some guy that's super proficient and way good, but he's kind of a prick, and you don't click with,
Yeah.
yeah, I'd much rather have a guy that I can teach
That
and
sucks.
mold.
That is funny.
But you can kick it with. Hell
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's why we love the
I mean, he
band.
sucks really bad, but he's funny. So
Yeah. We usually, we make sure to overdub our stuff like 3 times.
yeah.
Yeah. Lots of mistakes.
Oh yeah.
That's good, man. Mistakes are
Never
good.
one record.
I'm more punk rock than anything, so
It's true.
mistakes are fine.
Have you seen that the gig place at? Is it in Boca? The basement?
Yeah,
No,
the
that's in
basement
Rexburg.
Oh, in Rexburg.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, no.
But it's like a straight up just basement.
It's
like,
an actual
pipes and stuff.
basement. it's really cool though.
Yeah,
I want
there's
to
a lot of
play there.
graffiti and stuff.
Yeah, they have
Basement places are always fun to play. There was a place in Pocatello. It was Mustang Sally's for a while. I can't remember. It changed names a bunch, but it was same thing. And the narrow little staircase that you had to get everything down.
Yeah.
So that sucked, but everything else was.
Yeah, that'd
it's
be-
just fun. Like it's the whole.
Well, it's fun
different-
to like interact with the crowd, you know,
Yeah,
just
I
like
think so.
Carrying in
like,
all
even
The
at
roof
our-
is this tall and shit.
at our past show, it was like a bunch of people were just like reaching up, grabbing our guitars. People got yelled at for running on stage.
True,
So
Some
it's
guy
like,
flung a Beyblade at
yeah,
the TV behind
oh
us.
my,
A
it
what?
was so bad. He,
They-
you know,
you know the little toys that you spin and
Oh, a
they fling?
Beyblade. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
You can piss him off
He
on the
flung it. He was like, "Let her rip!" And he
Beyblade
flung it at the
Yeah.
TV screen, and it just shattered.
yeah, he's like,
And this guy, it's his birthday. He owns the place. His
Mosey.
name's Mosey, and he comes on stage and he's like, "Hey, what was that for?
Yeah,
It's
he's
not
like-
okay. I get.
He was
You
snickering.
better
He's
give
like,
me $200."
yeah, he came on stage, called him out, embarrassed him, and I just like, we
Yeah.
walked out on
And
stage,
he
just
kept-
like, thanks a lot,
He
Beyblade.
kept trying to talk too. Even hearing the recording, I'm just like, shut the fuck up. I was like yelling at him.
He's like, I remember he walked up to me, and he's like, I'm gonna bang my head on the stage, like spitting all over my face. It's like, dude, give me a foot or 6, you know?
I don't know. He just kind of needed to grow up a little bit.
Yeah. At the end of the day,
Definitely
I don't like-
homeschooled, but
definitely homeschooled.
One of the weird ones.
Yeah, but he was up in the front. He was in the pit. He's one of those dudes in the pit that just
he was like punching little kids, like,
Yeah.
Like slamming people's heads into the stage.
yeah, he's like,
Yeah,
he's like,
dude.
take that. It's like,
Just a terrible.
yeah, he was doing the
scared of that
spear and
shit.
shit. He was
No
going
crowd
crazy.
work there at all. So.
he's like,
he was
but
working the crowd.
I
Just
I
yeah,
honestly,
working the crowd in the wrong way.
I am personally glad he showed up just for like the comedic effect. It
That was
was
funny.
it was hilarious.
It was-
just
it's
like
funny
Our
to
went
have-
back-
debut would have never been that memorable if it
yeah,
weren't for
some
him.
kid chucked a Beyblade at a TV. I mean,
It's
they
funny
always
to have the
closed it
village
down.
idiot, you know.
Yeah.
He was
It
leaving.
smelled so terrible there
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
we almost had to go off stage and not play.
Yeah.
I'm laughing, so he's gonna hear this.
He's
He's like a major follower of ours. He's gonna be
Is
like,
he?
"What?"
Yeah, he's like-
yeah, but he,
I enjoy. Well, I believe he's a she now.
oh sorry.
Oh,
but
yeah,
I
they-
think how do I say this?
They-
They are a good follower. I like that they are very
Passionate.
passionate
Yeah.
about.
Oh, so you
talking
actually
to us.
know who it is?
Yeah,
now.
they went
Well,
to
not
a-
personally.
They went up to us during the gig, like, because we were already very peeved, because this was after the gig, after they did all this bullshittery, and they were leaving. They were, dude, you guys were awesome, man. I was like, yeah, you're a piece of shit, but thanks for coming.
Yeah. It's like, you're stinky. Take a shower. See you next time.
Yeah, I'll see you next time, buddy. Yeah, take a couple, head and shoulders, gonna do you great, man.
That's rough, man. And I think a lot of musicians have been there where it's like the one dude you don't like is the one dude that's
He's
super
always
into your
bad.
shit.
He will just never leave me alone. Yeah.
He's like screaming, punching little kids. He's like, I love you guys.
You're like,
So,
oh,
that's our
We're
fan
like,
base.
oh, we don't.
this is not reciprocated.
Yeah. This is one way, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's one way
rough.
love.
It's rough when you don't when you find out, oh man, our fans suck. That's probably how Tool was. Really, it's like, oh
When
man,
they
our
came
fans
on
are
stage
greasy
in
nerds.
California, you guys taste delicious.
He's like, you guys taste yummy.
Dude,
Oh,
Maynard
God.
was apparently like the Tool gig in Mountain America. He was just a dick to all the people like working on the show,
Yeah.
Oh wow.
like to all the stage crew.
One of my
Personally-
friends works there.
Yeah, imagine that's so
And it
funny
was
to me.
super
Getting
hot
yelled
there,
at by
apparently.
Maynard is very. It's like, dude,
Personally-
you're bald. What are you doing?
I personally, I don't understand how people don't interact with the crowd, you know. I feel like that's the best, most exciting part is seeing the crowd's reaction, getting up close, like feeling it and all that. But like when I saw Tool, he was just like, he said one word the whole entire show, and I was like, screw this guy, I just wasted.
That's the point, I guess. But his point is like, oh, we're weird, we only say one word, and it just comes off as pretentious.
Yeah, that's just how Maynard's always been.
Well,
though,
yeah,
even
but
since the '90s,
I mean,
when they played in the Glass House.
But even then, he was like doing like these long monologues about all this cosmic bullshit. But now he just owns like a vineyard in California.
Idaho. Isn't that what he did?
He just said he went Idaho.
Yeah, and they all started screaming.
Yeah, all the sweaty mountain men that came. I don't know. It was all like they were dressed in Carhartt for the Tool show. It was very funny.
That's funny.
See, Tool is one band that I've yet to hear one song that I like, and people keep recommending shit to me. And I'm
Sober is a good song.
Don't get into it.
Or Prison Sex, but that's about it. That's all I
like
can
their
listen to.
Ethiopian a lot.
I'll be honest. I've gotten into Tool's entire discography. I can confidently say I like everything and I hate their fans.
Yeah, I think that's where I'm sitting, honestly. Lateralis was a great album.
Lateralis is good.
See, Lateralis is the first one I heard, and I was like,
Yeah, Schism.
Yeah. I don't know. I like Parable and Parabola a lot.
Like, it's not bad, but it wasn't.
The problem is that people, like, when they're showing you Tool, because usually if someone is showing you Tool, they're like a huge Tool fan, and they're just the whole time they're showing you it,
like they overhype it or what?
Yeah, they just
they
glaze
just
them.
won't
They just
stop
glaze
talking
them
about
the
it
whole time.
It's like,
Danny Carey, he's insane.
You know they did the Fibonacci sequence.
He has a third penis. He uses that to play these insane double bass.
Yeah.
Double dick Danny, dude. I can't. Yeah, it's ridiculous.
It's terrible, and it
The
ruins
overhyping is bad. That's why I still have. I'm bad with movies that get overhyped. That's why I still haven't seen The Hangover, because everybody says it's so funny, and I'm like, if you guys would have just told me to watch it, I probably would have thought it was funny. But by this point, I'm gonna watch it with my expectations way high,
and you're just like,
and it's like, well, it was all right.
Yes. What did that for me was The Big Lebowski. I have a friend that was just. I'm not gonna name drop him. Starts with a B, ends with an Adley. It's Bradley. He was like, dude, it's so funny, man. Like, I think I saw like half of it one time. He was like always quoting The Big Lebowski. What are you, eat pie, dude? What are you? Like, all right. And he's just like all these quotes. I'm like, all right. I saw it. I'm like, yeah, it was good.
Yeah.
It wasn't one movie that is very like that's Pulp Fiction. The Pulp Fiction type is.
I've yet to see that.
The Tarantino people and the Wes Anderson people.
See, that's the thing, and it ruined it because it was overhyped. Because I really like Reservoir Dogs and Pulp Fiction.
Same. I love Reservoir Dogs.
I like both of them, but nobody ever overhyped them for me. It was those were movies that were in my brother's collection, my older brother's collection, because they're from his generation, from his era. And I remember there was a lot. He had hundreds of movies and that he wouldn't let us watch because we were little kids. Yeah. So as soon as he went to college, we were watching all his movies and listening to all the CDs that he left behind. So it's like just started going through it, and nobody ever told me what it was about, and I was like, wow, that was fucking incredible. Mm-hmm. But I can see how it can definitely get overhyped. Yeah. So
that's how. Have you ever seen the movie Inception?
No, my friend Oscar keeps telling me about that too.
That's one that was not overhyped for me, but I went in not knowing anything about it, and it's one of my favorite movies. Yeah. Same with The Matrix. That would also.
See, I've never seen The Matrix. Same reason.
I'm not a big movie watcher personally.
You're not a movie buff like that?
No, I don't like.
You're not a cool guy like the three.
Shut up.
Yeah, you don't watch.
We're gonna make a new band, buddy.
You have short-term memory.
Should I just shut off his microphone?
Yeah.
Anyway, back to Wes Anderson.
But no, personally, I don't know. I just like.
If it's longer than a minute, you don't like it.
No, I don't know. There's no point in watching. I like watching movies, but it's not like a.
Are you a watcher of anything? Do you watch TV shows, series, anything?
YouTube Shorts.
Nah.
Pornography.
Pornography, yeah. I can't watch porn without Subway servers, dude. It's rough. Okay, I'm just going to hear this.
Yeah, I'm so glad my dad knows I'm doing this.
Sorry, Mom. I love you.
Love you, David Bingham. Yeah. Shout out to my dad.
You guys are 17-year-old boys.
Exactly.
17-year-old boys don't watch pornography. Come on.
Boys will be boys. No.
That's crazy.
We just read the Bible.
What are hormones?
Just go to church.
Go to church, see a girl, and think I could
hold hands. That's it.
Hold hands. Yeah. I could hold hands.
That's the maximum.
I could hold hands with this girl for like
kiss
hours.
when we marry.
Yeah. You gotta.
Have you seen that channel that like there's like these two Christian girls like why I waited to kiss until marriage? I'm like, you gotta get this.
You see that? It's like people they waited till marriage to kiss, and they're just like. like totally just like
They
sucking
just
face. Like
Yeah.
there's like tongues
ball of
touching each
shit.
other's
That's
noses,
terrible.
eating.
They do not have
Zombie
like a
kiss,
single
dude.
concept of how to
Yeah.
kiss someone.
Yeah, that's
It was
rough,
like,
dude. I think like sterilizing yourself like hormonally like that's just not the play.
Yeah,
you only live
it's
once.
unnatural. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, in my opinion.
No man, fact. Everything we said in here is fact.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
We are right.
We
There's
are
no such thing as
Oblivion.
wrong.
And that, I'm glad you guys
Oh,
are
God.
kind of bringing up the whole hormone thing. I mean, are you guys hormone driven at all with your music?
Definitely.
By him.
Our
Me and
first
Darius,
band was
aggression
Boys
and
Gone Wild or
something
Youth
like that.
Gone
Yeah,
Wild.
something, it was dumb, but
It was a
definitely-
Motley Crue cover band, though.
Yeah.
I was the original drummer, and then he kicked me out and changed it to Whiplash. Then
Well,
we
it's not
went-
that I kicked him out. It was his mom never let him hang out.
kicked
So
him
he
out.
was like,
He
oh,
kicked him out.
Shut
Yeah.
up.
Yeah, and then we went to
gonna kick you out.
Megalomania. We went to Megalomania, and this kid pulled a knife on us. So we were like, "Oh,
No, that was Youth Gone Wild.
oh, that was
Yeah,
Okay.
that was a stupid band. Some kid pulled a knife on us because we made a foreskin joke.
Yeah, he wanted to name our band the Forefathers.
I would do that too, dude.
And we were like,
I'm
"How
pissed
about the
off about that shit.
foreskins?" And he pulled
Yeah,
a
it's like-
marine knife on us, and we were
At
just
the
like,
thought of a
No.
different name.
Oh, okay. So he's like
He was in
defending the forefathers.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, he was a way too serious person.
He was
Like,
1776.
You know what's crazy about the forefathers? They probably all had foreskin.
That's probably, dude.
yeah.
I want to meet the doctor that
I
did it,
had a
man. I'm so
friend-
pissed about
I
that.
mean,
to
they're
this
just getting
day.
circumcised in the 1700s.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Unless they were, I think the only people that were doing it back then were Jewish people.
Yeah, I had a
That
friend. He
was
didn't
not
even
the
know if he was
forefathers.
circumcised or not. It was funny.
He didn't know.
Yeah, he didn't know. he was like. Did
you check for
know
him?
why- No,
Like any
he
good
was just
friend
like. Well, no, he whipped it out one time, and I was like, "Dude, what are you doing?" He's like, "Well, I just want to show you that I'm
tell me
uncircumcised."
straight, bro.
And I was like, "Dude, like I don't see foreskin, put it away." And he's like, "So I don't see nothing."
Looking through closed eyes. I'm not gay.
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
Okay,
I mean,
dude,
I
that's
didn't know
yourself.
until middle school, and then I was like, texting my
I didn't
mom
even
like,
know that was
"Yo,
a
mom,
thing.
yo, mom, give it to me straight." She was like, "Yeah, and you cried a lot." I'm like, "Yeah, I'm sure I did cry a lot when the doctors
It's
mutilated
not
me."
natural.
Yeah.
I had no clue that was a thing. I remember one time, like, someone said that, and I was like, "What is that?" They're like, "It's a sleeping bag,"
I
basically.
think it
I
was
like,
me.
"Yeah,
I
something
think
like
I
that."
told you a lot.
I was
of
like,
things.
what is that?
What the hell, man? That's not okay.
That is disgusting.
They-
Wieners,
they-
dude, what are you,
They
gay?
cut
Like,
your skin off. That hurts.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's the natural condom. You just tie it up at the tip.
Yeah.
So I put a rubber band.
Yeah, you just exactly. So you know what I'm talking about. Which is why he doesn't have any kids yet.
Dude, wrap it up in a bow. It's like you can freestyle it. I mean, I'm sure
Go to
some
a
people
boutique.
can.
I like the foreskin special, you know.
Stupid man. I want to. Yeah.
See, Foreskin Special. That's a cool band name.
Yeah.
I'm playing a
Oh, yeah.
band called the
I don't know. I
Foreskin
have too much foreskin trauma. Actually, the reason I was right when they called me Tito, I forgot about that story.
Yeah.
I got the nickname
The
Tito
backstory.
because I got afflicted with testicular torsion.
What the hell is that?
That
You know what
your
that
nuts
is?
get wrapped
no,
together.
No, like,
oh, my bad.
So basically,
That's not what it is, but that is.
Yeah.
That's definitely what
my
it
culture's
is.
not your costume, pal. So basically,
He
it's
has
where
one nut.
no, I have both. My sperm count got halved. So
That's not bad.
it's not bad. A little less swimmers. Maybe lost a couple NBA players and like D1 linemen or whatever.
D1 lineman.
But
Yeah.
no, basically like it's where your sperm cord, which like connects the balls to like everything else, it gets tangled up. It gets literally like there's just like a noose around your cojones.
Why did they get tangled up though?
I think because I had the thing called bell clappers deformity, where basically if you have it, because the way that
One nut's here, one's here.
you know, yeah, if your nuts are kind of anchored to the sack in a way that limits mobility, I didn't have that, so they're just going everywhere. They're just bouncing, free balling.
And they went.
And so,
go, go.
yeah, one night I maybe just slept in a weird position. I woke up and I had this pain in my side. I was like, oh, I got like a hernia or something. What's going on? And so I went to pee and I nicked my right nad. And then I was like, ooh, like I literally, I buckled, I crumbled. And it was just like a pulsing pain. And I'm crying. It was the worst
How was
pain.
that?
What?
How was that?
That was like this summer.
No, how did it go?
Yeah, did the noise.
It was like, it was literally like it was a pulse. It was literally a pulse of
Yeah.
pain. And I was calling my dad. I was like, "Daddy, please help me!" like I could feel the testosterone leaving me.
He's like, Victor, knock it off. Go back to bed.
Yeah, he was like, "Oh, it's nothing. And I was like, "Dad, I think I have testicular torsion." I'm like, "You what?" And they drove me to the hospital. It turns out I was right on the money. They were right about it.
Tell him about flirting with the nerves.
Dude, well, that was after. First off, the funny thing is, the worst thing about having testicular torsion and getting it fixed, your boys are just open to the world the entire time because they have to check it. You know how they check pregnant ladies, like they put the gel on them and they
So an ultrasound. They do an ultrasound on your nuts.
on my boys, dude. It was rough. They violated me, and then they filled me full of medical fent. And I just was loopy, and then I was like, after the surgery, I was going to the nurse, which was like this very hot nurse who just saw my stitched up balls, and I was like, I don't know. I was admitting stuff I shouldn't because it was the summer, and I was kind of like, I don't know, I was indulging. I don't know.
As we all were.
Yeah, exactly. I was just like spilling the beans to her just fully, and I was just about my life, and I was like, what am I doing? I was like, I'm gonna get her number for sure.
So I got it in the bag, dude.
Yeah, and most of the stuff's like, I'm gonna have to put this on your medical records. I'm like, oh, God.
Great.
I said, we can work something out, man, please.
Did you ever hear back?
No, I didn't. I thought I had a bag too, dude.
There was no compromise.
There was no compromise. I don't know. Yeah, no, it's on her, man. It's on her. I don't hold it against me or my boys.
She just lost my phone number. That's it, you know.
Yeah, dude.
So both of your balls are in one sack. Just
No. Yeah, they got a shared room, dude. They for warmth. No, I still have both of them, but they did.
One bed, one bath.
Yeah, even though it was only one ball.
They're in a studio apartment.
Yeah, rent is cheap. But, I don't know, dude. It was just like stitch both of them. They fixed both of them despite only one. So I was like, oh, come on, dude. Then,
Didn't you say that if you waited like a little longer,
they would have died?
Yeah.
One of the nuts would have died of
One of
hypoxia,
your
and
boys
I would have
been gone.
I would have had just a rock and a sock, dude.
Awful. That's sad.
Yeah,
Like Tom Green.
like Tom Green. Yeah.
Like Luke Templeton.
Yeah. Why'd you conquer that struggle unlike our other best friend that did
This old kid we used to hang out with,
Xanax?
I'm pretty sure he had testicular cancer, but
Yeah,
that's
he
unfortunate.
definitely
But I don't know, he had one nut and it was black. It was funny.
We used to
Why'd you
Did you
mention
see
his
the one
face?
nut?
Huh?
Did you see the one nut?
yeah.
I saw it once.
Well, that's the thing. You gotta take a look. It's
Yeah,
like-
Yeah,
take-
exactly. I mean, you only find that
It's like
once
if I
in your
had two
lifetime.
cocks, I'd always be whipping them out.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
I would get in trouble for opening it out too much, dude. I'm a visual learner. It's like you only got one nut.
I have a really weird
Pull down the
truth or
drawers,
dare.
dude.
What's that?
Would you rather have wiener-sized nipples or nipple-sized wieners?
What are you talking about? What you say?
Truth or dare?
Truth or dare? Yeah,
I don't think that's a truth or dare.
It's not
but
even a truth or dare.
It's a would you rather.
Would you rather have this or we cut off one of your balls?
Truth or dare? So I can lick my nuts or suck them.
All right. Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Sorry.
I think it's a would you rather.
I like that. Oh, that's a good one.
Would you rather?
I'm gonna start using that on the show.
That's awesome.
Nipple size. No, the
Yeah,
thing
it's
is,
You
a
gotta
good
ask that at the end of the show.
We
You
know.
gotta have nipple
The thing
sized
about-
penis or penis sized nipples.
the thing about nipple-sized penis is just you would never, ever
Have it
get
play.
anything done.
Yeah, but like,
No, but
Nipples-
does that mean like if you're a grower?
Can you chop
Does that
them
mean
off?
your nipples get like big when you're aroused?
Can you chop them off? Like if it's the size, like if it's a sausage sized nipple, can you just go?
No.
"Whoosh"?
Yeah.
Oh,
No, it's
you just have to
penis
sit
size.
there.
Was it connected
you
to your
just
heart
have
or
to-
What
something?
if my wiener's already the size of my nipples?
Yeah, but what if nothing changes?
Nothing really changed.
He's like, yeah,
whatever.
It's like, yeah, my
Truth or dare.
life's pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, everybody
know.
has different
I
genetics.
remember going on.
so.
I went on the. I want to make this abundantly clear. I don't use Reddit often, but when
I
I
use
did,
Reddit every day.
Go to the gym.
shut up. Alright, so I use I was on Reddit. I was on r/small dick problems. So funny. It's so funny.
Yeah.
People on there like.
You just happened to get there.
Yeah, it's
Yes,
just
I happen to be
the
there.
wormhole.
Again, Mom, I'd like to say I'm sorry. I had no
No intention.
yeah, I'm not controlling what they say.
We just let the flow go.
Yeah.
no, I'm just
and
kidding.
it's-
I'm just playing around.
Yeah, I just want to know I don't have a small penis. So that was just there for a friend, and there's just the stories on there are so funny because there's dudes that there's a cross between r/small big dick problem. They'll be like, dude, you could we have the same stuff. Like you can hurt girls, and there's like people in the comments, I would do anything to hurt a girl. Like, oh my God.
I would do anything.
I would do anything. It was like the desperation, the raw desperation in Redditors just complaining about anything is so
Yeah,
funny.
and then they find one flaw in you, and they will go to the craziest
The ends of the
lengths
earth.
The ends of the
to
earth.
just make things
Yeah,
on
dude.
their side.
Yeah.
It's true.
Like,
Which
they
is really
have to
smart.
be
Which is a
right.
really smart thing to do.
Yeah, I mean, they'll go into your history, go back like 2 years, be like, "Oh, you're a Hot Wheels fan? You play with little kid toys. You're a loser."
Yeah, all arguments are demoted to that. Like,
Well, I
arguing
mean,
on
they're all
Twitter-
just a bunch of Neanderthals
No, dude, they're
twiddling their fingers.
No, dude, they're huge brains.
Eh.
Huge brains on those guys. like too big.
I don't know. I think 4chan still beats them for
Oh God, Darius.
What is that? I've heard about.
Think like Reddit, but
But worse.
alt-right
You don't even
Reddit.
Oh,
just
yeah.
terrible.
You don't want to get into
Yeah.
it.
There was one story that I did really like. There's this dude on 4chan. This gives a good view into the intelligence. He bought he was dirty bulking with gorilla food, so food that they feed gorillas at the zoos, like just this protein packed stuff for a 400-pound gorilla. And he was like, I've been eating this. I've been working out. And it's like, what do you look like? I posted a physique picture. He's just this huge bulking dude. And like he wasn't like defined muscle wise, but he had some big muscles. He was built like a gorilla. It was working, dude.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
I was like,
I should start eating gorilla food.
I was thinking that, dude. I was thinking about
I think we should all eat gorilla food.
Yeah.
That'd
Yeah,
be badass.
that's good food for the pod.
It's good practice.
I just recently rewatched Rise of the Planet of the Apes, and I was like,
Oh,
I forgot how
That's
good
a
this
good-
movie was.
that was it. When I was like 12, I was obsessed with that. Me and my little brother used to watch it, and we'd recreate it with our little cowboys and Indians.
No, I'd go
That's
across the
awesome.
street just to watch that movie when I was like
True.
8. And then we'd have water balloon fights and play Minecraft.
Dude,
Yeah.
I just love apes, dude.
No, they're just
There's always like one question I'll ask girls when I'm on dates, like,
Or-
which I don't go on often.
Like, who
Nah.
poops in their hand and throws it at people?
That's-
to
or a
assert
monkey,
dominance?
Yeah,
There's
that's
this
what I
monkey.
say to girls when I'm on dates. Yeah.
There's this monkey who just
Yeah, just
Totally.
Socrates it.
violates a frog. The monkey.
Oh,
he
no,
just,
no,
like-
okay. Stop bringing up the monkey fucking
Yeah,
the
do
frog.
not bring that into the combo.
But
Why not? That sounds.
there's just
It's,
video
it's
of a
hilarious.
monkey.
Hold on,
A
let me
lot of
explain.
monkey stuff. I mean, you see videos of monkeys like
This
peeing
one
into
time-
their
hold
own
on,
mouths and
Victor.
stuff like that.
One time I was,
Mansplaining.
so I was just chilling in my friend's car, and last year at lunch, and he's like, "You want to see something cool?" I was like, "Sure, yeah."
Always starts with that.
Yeah, he's like, watch this, and he like clicks, it's loading, and all of a sudden it's just this monkey's holding a frog. I'm like, oh, that's weird. And he just takes the frog, and starts like, it's bad. I
Oh,
was
wow.
Just goes raw
just
dog.
went
on
to town.
like, yeah,
it. For-
Yeah, that's
Showed him who
perfectly-
was boss.
That's perfectly acceptable because it's an ape.
yeah.
It's true.
But I remember I saw a video. This was ages ago. I was probably like 20 years old or something. These two dudes in the water, and then like they caught this fish that was sucking this guy's dick. and so these are humans doing
Not
pretty much the same thing you just said an ape did, but they're two humans. And it's like you're just jerking off your friend with a fish. Like that's
So-
what's going on.
No,
here.
man, a couple beers with the boys.
Yeah.
Honey, I'll be back at like 8. Just, that'd be awful. Daddy, what are you doing? No, but
And then they cooked
It's
the
just
fish. and
Nemo.
ate it.
damn.
Oh my god.
Everyone
just
ate it.
kidding. I don't know about
Everyone. It's lying. But I mean, yeah. I mean, when I'm on dates with girls, they'll ask like the basic like question like, oh, what's your favorite color? You know, it's like yeah, it's rough, dude. You're not going no.
You're like,
The question they're going
freaking
nowhere,
out.
dude. But one of them is like, what animal would you be? For dudes, most of the time it's always like an ape, like a great
Something
ape.
like that, yeah.
And then for the girls, it's usually like a house cat, from what I've seen. I'm like,
Yeah.
ew, dude.
Like-
dog.
I'd be a chinchilla 'cause I was soft, you know.
It's like yeah.
I'd be a koala because they're cute.
I'd be a Hufflepuff.
The fuck is that?
Yeah, Hufflepuff, dude. Hogwarts.
reading.
Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry.
Harry
Well,
Potter.
I know what Harry Potter is.
I don't use
but
Reddit or either. I just
J.K. Rowling.
yeah, J.K.
Just
Rowling.
kidding, Rowling.
Yeah, just kidding, Rowling.
Yeah, just kidding,
Dude,
Rowling.
that stuff when she was like, she's like wildly homophobic, right?
Yeah.
But she
There's
Millie
a lot
Bobby
of drama
Brown.
there.
in 2016 when she was like,
The
she took both routes though. She was like,
It was the
She's homophobic.
Fantastic Beasts book or whatever that she wrote.
Yeah,
she
but-
got a lot of.
but the thing is,
But she
before
made-
that, she made everyone canonically gay in the series. She was like, yeah, Hagrid's gay. Harry's closet homosexual.
Yeah, she made
Dumbledore
the
gay.
Grand Wizard gay.
There's wildly better ways to word that.
There's a Grand Wizard in Hogwarts in Harry Potter.
Dumbledore.
like the head guy, not
Yeah.
not the.
Ku Klux Klan.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
There's a Klansman.
There's a Klansman in Harry Potter, dude. Why
Yeah.
would you word it like? This is the worst way to put any.
Is he not the Grand Wizard?
I love this. This
Yeah,
is
that,
great.
that's
Truth or
fucking-
dare? Truth or dare?
Having a truther there for you.
Nipple size penis or Grand Wizard. Oh my god. Yeah, no. The Millie Bobby Brown stuff is also very
The
funny.
dirtier, the better.
Would you rather be the Grand Wizard in the Ku Klux Klan or have a dick shaped like your nipples?
Oh,
Ooh, that's a.
that's easy, dude. Ku
Yeah,
Klux.
for
No, I was
Tayson.
kidding.
Yeah,
For
Tayson
Tayson's
knows
like,
immediately.
yeah,
He just
life's
falls
pretty
to
good
his
right
roots.
now.
I'm chilling, dude.
Sticks to his
Well, I mean,
roots.
it's unfair. It's asking you, would you rather be racist or have a small penis? So I can't control.
I mean,
Which is
I'd
the same
rather have a
thing.
small penis than
Yeah,
be
racist and small
like,
penis.
I mean, I'd have people like me and then not like me. So
Yeah.
I mean, you could find a different social clique. That social clique's just going to be a little
I
bit
mean,
more.
that's not a good social clinic to be in, though.
A little more special, you know.
Yeah, I mean, he likes the KKK.
You like the KKK?
Oh, totally. Totally. Nah.
No.
No,
we're not.
Oblivion hates the KKK.
Yes, we want to make it clear. We hate
love all
racism.
races.
Hot take.
We love all races.
Hot take on this
As a
pod.
band.
Yes.
as a band.
But individually.
Yeah, individually
Yes.
we have
We kept
our
Cameron
little.
out.
No.
We kept Cameron out of the podcast.
We
Yeah.
have quite the
Not first
friend
verse,
group.
though. Yeah, we're diverse. I have a black friend. Yeah, but yeah, dude, I hate
So?
British people. I'm gonna be honest. I'm pretty anti like establishment.
It's Tuesday, innit?
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm pretty anti-establishment.
I mean,
Government.
nobody thinks about that as racism.
It doesn't,
But
no.
it is racism if you think about it. We all
If you
just
think
hate
about it, but then
British people.
You gotta
Yeah.
think it from the mindset of like,
The only British person I like was like Mr. Bean. He was
Yeah, Mr. Bean, Rowan Atkinson.
I love Mr. Bean.
Mr. Bean.
Yeah.
Mr. Bean and Radiohead.
Nah, Tom Holland's all right. He's a little.
No, dude, gay man. I don't like Tom.
Tom Holland. Oh,
Spider-Man.
I thought for a second I thought you said Jules Holland.
I have no clue who that is.
Oh, he had a talk show host. He was a talk show host in Britain. He was cool too though because he would play with the bands. I discovered him because a video of him playing with the White Stripes on his show.
Oh yeah,
Dang.
that's
I
pretty
don't
sick.
know. I think Roger Waters is pretty cool.
No, dude, he's a dick now, dude. He had an
Nah,
actual
he's
rose
sick.
complex. He had an actual rose complex.
Yeah. Well,
He had like a Nazi outfit on when
Oh,
shooting.
really?
No, that was
Never mind. I didn't
Hold
know
on.
that. That's not-
All right, Grand Wizard,
Never
hold on.
mind, I take that back.
I'll white knight. I'll white knight Roger
Waters.
Waters. It was the wall. It was
You're
when
okay.
it was in the wall. Like the story of the wall. Like the guy, he goes all crazy and wacky, and then, like that's what like Comfortably Numb is. They're like, and like injecting it with drugs, and then he becomes a Nazi. Like the next couple of songs are him like literally just being a Nazi, and then he fixes it, and then he's like, oh, it's all good.
Yeah.
So that's why he was in the. He's
No,
not
no,
a
I'm
Nazi.
not. I'm not saying he's a Nazi.
Yeah, right.
Well, I mean,
Yeah,
Iron
fuck,
Maiden,
right.
Judas Priest are the best British people.
No, man. No.
What do you mean no?
What do you mean no?
I have this little thing called American Blood in me. I don't know what if you don't know if
My
you guys
blood is
are
red, white, and blue.
I don't know if you guys are history buffs, but this whole 1776 malarkey. No,
Boston Tea Party.
I don't know.
My butt.
I'm like I said,
Okay,
I'm usually
nerd.
pretty. I'm usually pretty anti-establishment. I don't think our government is like a very like. There's definitely rigged elections and like everything's been bought and paid for. I like George Carlin a lot. He's a big like comedian that I can appreciate the anti like government, but. As soon as British people are brought up, dude, I get that red, white, and blue flowing.
Really?
Yeah, dude. I get George Washington to me. I don't know.
They made good music. Though.
They do make good music. That's the unfortunate part. They do make
You
really
sound
good
so
music.
sad about it. He's like, they make good music.
They make good
And you know who makes the best music out of Britain
Well, I
is the
mean, that's
people that
only
are
good
under
thing I can
the
say about them. So.
that are they're again. It's poverty. It's people that aren't part of the government.
Yeah.
It's people that aren't part of the monarchy or pro monarchy. My favorite British band of all time is the Specials.
Yeah, I love like a lot of bands I like. They're all British, like Motorhead, Iron Maiden. Yeah, that's about it. No, I'm just kidding.
The only British people, yeah. What is
Mr.
it?
Bean.
Yeah, Mr. Bean.
Mr. Bean.
Love his,
Mr.
love his,
Bean.
yeah.
Who else?
Name 3
Yardbirds.
songs.
Name 3
Yeah.
Mr. Bean songs. dude.
Yeah, if you like Mr. Bean so much, name 3 songs.
Harley Davidson.
Harley.
Name 3 songs.
So name 3 songs.
Yeah, name 3 Harley Davidson songs. Name 10 books.
Yeah, name 10 J.K. Rowling characters that aren't gay.
Name 5 Diary of a Wimpy Kid characters.
Roderick, Rowley, Manny, idiot.
Where's Susan?
Get wrecked.
Where's
Susan?
Frank?
Dude,
Where's
Susan,
Greg?
in the movies, you said name 3, bro. I'm not
I said
mainstream.
5.
I thought you said 10.
You
Yeah, he
Neanderthal.
said 10. You guys are both
I said
wrong.
10.
Yeah.
How are you wrong about
No, I said 5
Yeah,
characters.
Neanderthal.
I said
Listen, you're
3
stupid,
Harley
man.
Davidson songs.
Stinky poopa. Like.
Dude, Susan from Diary of a Wimpy Kid was smoking in the movies, dude. Yeah, I don't know.
Those movies were pretty.
They were pretty good. And then they got rid of Roderick. And
Yeah,
they got
Devin
that, like,
Bostic.
weird
They got
one.
the Asian dude now.
there's nothing wrong with his race.
No,
Yeah.
it's not the. It's not, that's just how
It's
it
like
was.
this weird Asian dude. It's not
I was trying to
My
lure you in.
stepmom's Asian. I love her. She's great.
Who is?
My stepmom. She's from the
Nah.
Philippines.
My dog's blacker than hell.
See, I
joke.
want to be like your dad and get me a Asian.
90 Day Fiance.
Oh,
I don't know, dude.
he's gonna love this. Little shout out.
What's that one dude? He's like that one short dude. You know what I'm talking about? Big Ed.
Big
dude.
Ed, yeah.
Big Ed. He's like you're my view.
Yeah. Or remember that one time we were watching Love on the Spectrum?
Yeah.
I love that show.
I love
so
that
much.
show.
Those guys are
That's good.
very wholesome people.
That is very wholesome. Like,
That's such a good show.
yeah.
it's heartwarming.
I've only seen clips of it. And yeah, it is heartwarming.
Butterflies in
It
your
is nice.
stomach.
It is a funny concept though. Just like
Making a show
let's
about
make them
special needs people.
date. Let's put them in a room with a bunch of cameras, which usually they're famously afraid of social interaction.
Yeah.
Let's show
And
it to
let's
the world.
force them to date.
Let's force them to mate, dude. Let's force them. It's like, dude, is this how did that get passed?
Yeah, I know.
I don't
There's still a
understand.
lot of China shows like
Right,
that.
China,
I
yeah.
don't know. There was this one
We
documentary
keep going
that
back
I
to
found
Asians, man.
where this guy, he was locked in a house and all he could live off of was little paper, like newspaper clippings and like coupons and
Oh,
stuff.
Like,
yeah,
you
I know what
eat
you're
'em?
talking
And
about. Yeah.
that's all
Yeah.
he could live
No, all
off
he had to
of.
live off of was like dog
And
food and
there's
like
a lot of that in
for, like, a
Asia
year.
part of.
It's like Mr. Beast, right?
it's for like a year, and he was supposed to win a grand prize, and I don't think he ever did.
He didn't. No,
Yeah.
they just scammed him.
It's bad.
Oh,
It's
wow.
pretty-
It was like
I-
18
don't
years
quote
of
me
his
on
life.
that. I'm not.
I think.
Something like that.
I'm not
And
exactly
there's a
sure.
lot of shows like Fish Tank going on right now.
Dude,
Yeah.
Fish Tank is. Have you seen the first season of it?
I have. I've seen. I didn't see the whole thing, but I know kind of
Yeah.
how it went down. Yeah.
I don't know. Sam Hyde is really obviously violently alright, but he's very funny. I don't know. I have never been able to admit like. Audrey, if you're watching, please stop listening right now. All right. So, I have a friend who also watches Sam Hyde. Never. It's the type of thing you never admit to your girlfriend, right? Ever, because any research done, it's like, oh god, this guy's bad. This guy's bad news. Because he was like convicted of like he didn't do it, but he was just like getting blamed for school shootings left and right and stuff, just because he
Dang.
did guns.
That's controversial.
He is controversial, but
Yeah.
he's.
It's like
I don't know if
Bill
it's
Burr.
yeah, but there's like that. You know Joey with 2 Y's. Yeah, the hip. I was like my friend's listening to him now.
Oh, okay.
It's just like it's basically like Blade. It's like mumble. It's like oh, this weed I want to smoke it. All right, man. You listen to this. All right, whatever. But Fish Tank is a very funny concept. Just a bunch of people in a house being constantly viewed, and they bring in like
Zero privacy.
they brought an airsoft fatty. There's a clip of him falling up the stairs.
How do
And
people
it's just.
fall
I mean,
up
it's
the
cool
stairs?
like that. Have you never seen someone do that? I've seen that shit in prison. It's pretty
Man,
cool.
that's
I
wild.
saw someone run from a dog, scared, and like
In
start
prison?
running up the stairs.
Do they just like front flip
In
themselves up the
In
stairs?
person.
Oh, okay, sorry.
So yeah.
Oh, that's what you thought.
Yeah.
No, yeah, he was running from the dog, scared, and when he's running up the stairs, he fell, but he continued to go up. I was like, how the hell?
It's like the Joe Biden.
Dude, yeah, you gotta-
That was awesome.
That was a good one.
I like to like sit back and watch clips of Joe Biden and say, you
It's unfortunate.
America.
We lost
That-
him again.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. It is
Target gone
unfortunate
off
because
course.
it's like
Target gone off course.
it's just rough because it's like the picks have not been good as of it's
No.
like the draft picks have not been good in this season. It's been
This season's been pretty bad.
this season's been rough for the boys.
Yeah.
Like it's either like
This year's got a
businessman
lot
who's
to make
definitely
up
not
for.
going to help America, or or dude who was probably good at one point who's definitely
Who
far
has
gone.
too much dementia.
A little
He's too
just
old.
OD'd on dementia. Yeah.
I don't
Too
think
old.
Joe Biden personally was ever a good person. He did not.
No, he was.
He said he was never gonna
said
accept
a
gay
lot
marriage.
Of bad things that
Yeah.
I don't support.
Like
so.
he wouldn't
Yeah.
support gay marriage.
At
He
the
didn't.
the only thing that made him better was that he was just more qualified, just from experience. more
Yeah,
experience,
yeah,
but-
definitely. But like
But as far as his stance on a lot
he
of things,
he did not want to integrate like colored people with white.
What was that one thing? It was like poor kids are just as talented, just as smart as white kids. As he was like white kids.
White kids.
White
He's
kids.
like white kids and Asian kids
Yeah.
and black kids. It was like,
Yeah,
No,
it's
yeah,
just-
I like
he tries too hard.
it's the whole George W. Bush. Me growing up, that was our funnest things watching. And
That
I
was
still get a lot of clips. The whole you're trying to put food on your family, and all that shit. And it's like just shit like that. He would say.
that's funny. Yeah, my
That's such a good
mom,
clip.
like speaking of my mom, she's very bad with wording things. I got the same
And so
thing
she
from
would
her.
say shit like
Where she's
that,
like, yeah,
like,
she'd be like,
all
I
ass
remember one time my
backwards.
brother took a crap in his diaper, and she's like, she said, if you pepper in your diaper one more time, I'll put poop in your mouth. And she was like beating my brother. I was like dying. I was like 6 years old. She's gonna see this. She's gonna kill me. She'd be like, Tayson, how dare you?
It
You
sounds like something out of Dr.
I know
Seuss.
my little
Yeah.
brother has my little brother has a limited vocabulary. One time, not too limited anymore, but it was very funny because I was buckled over laughing, and he was like, we wrestle sometimes. We a little horseplay.
Yeah.
And he was like, "You better be careful." And he's trying to say, "I'm gonna knock you out." Like, I'm gonna knock you up. And I'm like,
Oh, wow.
"How are you
You
now,
start
buddy?"
running
I used
away.
to. My little brother, he
I'm more scared of that than a knockout.
Yeah,
My
dude, it's
brother-
like, please just hurt me.
Just
Just
punch me, please.
He
Don't
can't-
hurt the baby, please.
yeah, he can't pronounce his R, so I was telling him, I was like, I would like take advantage of that. It's like, say, eat Percy. It was funny.
That's
Jesus Christ, that's fucked up.
we need Dick Cheney back in office. He's gonna change his place around, dude.
He's still alive?
Probably not, dude. I don't know if he's kicking.
I haven't heard. Last time I heard of him was what were you talking about? Who wasn't? Oh, last time I heard of him, he was hanging out with Macklemore, so they're probably both dead.
Oh wow.
True. He as soon as he met up with Macklemore, they both
Like,
just the
Quite
circle
the
of
duo.
irrelevance. They just kind of there's just the void that
the point of
consumes.
no return.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. As soon as you start hanging with Macklemore, what was the wasn't
I
it
feel
wasn't
like they cancel each other out though.
they just become
And be
superstars.
famous
they would-
again.
Dick
Yeah.
Cheney and Macklemore become like a
It's like how magnets work, you know?
Yeah,
Oh,
they have
Opposites
just
attract.
a track kind
Yeah.
of thing.
they do not flow.
Macklemore, dude, or Dick Cheney. Dick Cheney's shit was
Together?
great. Dick Cheney's rap was great, dude. I don't know what you're on about.
Macklemore and Dick Cheney.
They have a great flow. It's gonna be a new Stankonia. You just wait, okay?
I'll give
All
it a
right.
shot.
You submitted.
Dick
Yeah.
Cheney's rap flow.
Yeah, dude. Dick Cheney's gonna pop off on SoundCloud any minute now.
Well, it's
It's the
true.
place to be.
Is Bush used to beatbox all the time.
Yeah.
George W. Bush, not his dad. His dad is a piece of shit. But George W. Bush used to beatbox. This was one of the classic YouTube videos from way back in the day.
George W. Bush. That's awesome.
The fact that there's enough clips to make this.
Yeah, this is. Should we show them our beatbox?
16 years ago, this was uploaded.
It's one of the first videos, dude.
Cheney. Weapons. Weapons.
What does this remind me of?
Like the presidents sing.
That's heavy.
videos.
Rapping.
I know Osama was
for Jesus.
Osama was shaking in his boots when he saw that.
Yeah,
Oh,
he's
it was
like,
badass.
shiver me timbers.
That's definitely one of the first YouTube videos I ever saw.
Yeah, I
I
don't know.
still go back to it every once in a while.
Me and Victor used to beatbox a lot.
Yeah, we were
when
eighth in the state,
working.
dude.
Oh, when you did it earlier, it sounded really good.
Yeah, I mean, we were both Carl's Jr. workers, very bored.
Oh, okay.
Telling
Carl's
people we
Jr.
were out of food. They'd ask for
We would
fried chicken.
we would
We're
close
like,
up shop real early, way earlier than we needed to.
It's been, oh, sorry.
Now
They're
we're
like,
gonna get in
yeah,
trouble.
it's like
now we're
10
gonna get in trouble for
o'clock.
they're
saying
like, can
this.
I get chicken tenders?
you still
We're
working?
out.
No, we don't. But
Oh, well, then you're not going to
I
get
guess
yeah,
so.
I mean,
That's a good point.
it's all in the past.
Yeah, they can
You
suck
think
your
they're
dick
gonna care?
now.
Yeah,
that's true. Yeah,
I mean, we're Oblivion.
we're
Screw Carl's Jr.
yeah, we got a band now. We're gigging.
I almost got in trouble because Tayson posted a really funny picture of me.
That
on
wasn't me.
Instagram.
It was a picture
That was you.
at
remember?
work.
No, it was. On,
It was him in the bathroom with his ass
Yeah,
out.
so
his
we
bare,
were-
just the,
we're
the,
at
the
work.
full moon.
And there
I
was.
think it was Brian.
Yeah, it was Brian.
He had like a
but-
trash bag over his
Yeah,
head.
he had a trash bag over his head, and then there was me. I was in the bathroom taking a dump. He took a picture. He goes like this with the trash bag on his face, and I was like that. And then there's one where Darius was peeing, and then he ripped Darius's pants down, took a picture.
Yeah, so my butt was hanging out.
Yeah.
All
and
my
then Carl
parents saw
Carl
it.
Jr. himself saw it too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Carl came up and
Yeah, Carl came
His
up to
secretary,
me.
his
and,
secretary came up to you.
What happened?
Me and Tayson, we ran away to get away from
Yeah,
it because
so-
we went to Power Trip. But Brian, he though,
Yeah,
They
he.
hate-
So
Brian felt
they-
the wrath of Carl,
yeah.
dude. It was rough.
the owner saw
star.
it, and it was
It's crazy. Yeah, it's crazy that you didn't get fired from that.
no, I know.
Well, we just left town.
Did you
Yeah.
get like
Never
written up or some shit?
No,
well, I mean,
nothing.
we were just both good enough workers to
No,
where they
that's
were
fine.
like, it's a warning.
Just so you know, if ever you have a job and they want to write you up, you don't have to sign anything.
Oh, for real?
Yep.
So you don't have to be.
I
right
learned
now?
that. I learned that from the when I worked at a place and we actually had a fuck now. See, I'm telling you, English is my second language. Sindicato. What do they call that? A union. We had a workers' union. They said you can be written up. They can write you up and put it in their file as an incident, but you don't have to sign shit. And so I've never signed anything ever.
Yeah, we used to steal the write-up forms and mess around.
yeah,
Write
that
each
was
other
a
up for
lot of
stupid
fun.
shit.
Like write this up.
Yeah, that's hanging in Austin's room still, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Write this
awesome.
dick up.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah,
That's
dude.
good.
It was fun being in charge of my whole band.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was fun. It was fun. I was ignoring you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we'd go
Yeah,
play Switch in the background.
Yeah.
True. We would
Go
do
play
some.
DS and Switch.
We would do some activities in that, dude.
Yeah,
Oh,
we were mischievous.
Yeah, dude.
We used to like mess around. I remember one time
Side
Bill
hustles.
dropped the fire extinguisher and it blew up. I went all over. That was before I think he worked there.
There's also that one time the dude that did heroin in the bathroom.
Oh yeah,
wow.
I was
Yeah,
working.
He started like stumbling.
It's
shot up.
It was me and my
He also-
manager, and me and her were working, and this dude walks in. He smells like crap. I'm like, he's probably homeless. So he buys some food, and he like walks off into the bathroom, disappears for an hour, and I walk in. He's like bare booty naked with a needle in his arm, just chilling in the bathroom like this.
Oh,
and then he like
fuck.
he's like, just like. He's like, and then he took the needle, threw it away. Smelled horrible. Smelled like cat piss and burnt plastic.
Crazy.
And our manager, she used to
Was he still naked when he walked out?
no, but she used to. She was a recovering drug addict, and she.
Oh, so
She
was
bragged. She was a
Yeah.
bragging.
yeah,
recovery.
she's like, wow.
I would have gone right back to meth if I didn't have kids. I love you.
Yeah.
It's like, damn, dude. All right.
Yeah, and she's
See, I've
like,
never seen someone on heroin. I've seen people on meth. On
well,
coke.
he like tried riding his bike away, and he
He
like
just
fell over in
crashed
front
it,
of a
like
car.
multiple
Oh, wow.
It
times.
was hilarious. He's
Dude.
like,
You'd think it must have been his first time doing heroin. Like if you do
There's
heroin,
no
you
way.
probably know how immobile
There's no way
you
that was
are.
his first time.
But
you
then
know?
why would he bring a bike? He was like, no, I can ride a 5K.
I
on
don't know.
heroin.
When you're a meth head, you think a lot of things.
Yeah,
Well, he's a heroin head. Don't
I mean-
misgender him, dude.
We ran into one recently, so
It's a gender.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
about an hour ago. That's goofy.
Yeah.
they're local,
They're local, dude. I can appreciate that meth is making its big comeback.
making its rounds.
Yeah, but I mean, it is what it is.
It is
You
what it
can't
is.
tell people what to do or what.
Yeah.
not to
I
do.
think that's a fair thing though. If like, obviously there's stuff that's going to kill you, and stuff that like heroin's basically just the death drug, right?
Yeah.
You do it, you
And
get.
fent-
I mean, even in the music industry, like
Yeah, well, I guess heroin's more of just you're for sure going to get addicted, and fentanyl's the
You're dead.
death.
You're dead.
Yeah, that's just
You can't even get addicted. You're just going to die.
yeah.
Mm.
But what is it like? Even the music industry, Hendrix died of heroin, basically wiped out the entire Seattle grunge scene.
Yeah, I mean the 27 Club. There's what 8 or 9 artists.
Hendrix
that have
didn't die
just
of heroin.
It did, yeah, he did.
Yeah,
he
he did.
drowned in his own puke.
Oh,
Yeah.
never mind. I thought it was induced by heroin though.
No. He was drunk as fuck.
Oh, never mind.
And honestly, I don't think he was drunk as fuck. That's what they said.
You think it was?
The feds
I remember
killed him.
John
Bonham. He
Yeah,
died
that's-
of.
He took
threw up
20
way too-
shots of vodka.
That wasn't
That's
20. It was 70.
Yeah,
Oh, yes.
he had way
70 shots
too
of
much.
vodka, and he threw it all
Which is
up and
crazy.
choked on it.
like not blacking out before. This like he must have done it quick.
Yeah.
Well, you got to realize too, he was
Oh, maybe
probably
I'm
drinking
getting
heavily at the time.
Maybe I'm getting mixed up. But either way, all these people have been killed by the government too. So it's not
Probably.
like
Right.
Yeah,
so.
can't wait to.
I mean,
die
at
and-
least you know you're cool if you've been killed by the government.
Yeah, I
government,
mean, that's how
it's
you know
like-
you're.
It means
worth
you were on the
something.
right path. Yeah.
It means it means you're onto something.
You're
dude.
doing something.
You just
right.
got to dodge for a while. You got to go Kaczynski.
Mhm.
Which is why if you guys make it
Edward
over
Snowden.
27, you've made it. Because everybody, all these legends die at 27.
Yeah.
True.
Honestly, it'd be a
Probably-
brag to die at 27 though.
No,
Like,
probably just OD at 19.
Yeah, totally.
We're doing it right.
It's not like, let's see, 10 years?
Yeah.
One of us dies at 27. Oh, we made it.
Yeah.
Yep. We're
Good
legends.
job. We're legends.
There you
Yeah.
go.
Working minimum wage job. We're
Yeah,
legends.
our bus crashes. We're like, oh,
Yeah.
we did it right.
Unfortunately for Cliff. Yeah.
Shit, what was that? It's better to blow out than to fade away or some shit.
Yeah.
It's true. Like that's what is it? Hunter S. Thompson. He like he never wanted to die of old age, so he just shot himself with a revolver just to prove that he could do it.
Mm.
Dang.
Crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, dying of old age to me is like a crazy concept. It's just like how could someone's mind comprehend so much, over that long
That's
of a
a
time?
feat.
Like I'm like mind boggled
existing.
about like the world right now, and I'm 17. Imagine like when I know.
'cause you're dumb.
And the
20,
older,
shut up.
And the older you get, the more you realize you don't know. The more there's more and more and more
Yeah.
that you don't know.
Yeah.
You just become a monk.
I mean,
Which is why I saw a meme once that was like the dead Kennedys. When you're 14, the dead Kennedys. It's like the dead Kennedys are right. Anarchism, everything. It's right. It's like in your mid 20s, you're like, well, maybe they're not 100% right. And then by the time you're in your 30s, you're like, no, yeah, they were right. And that's where I'm at right now. I'm like, yeah, full anarchist again, just like I was when I was a kid.
yeah,
It's like I don't have a bank account. I don't have.
Really?
Yeah, I don't. I'm not part of the system really.
You're just off the grid,
Yeah,
so to speak.
not completely. I mean, there's.
Podcast.
I put a podcast up.
Like yeah, you pay bills probably.
Yeah, I do what I need to survive.
How do you get it? Is it just like a offshore thing, or you just like use like just cash?
Yeah, I get paid.
Fair enough. Yeah.
from
Nice.
$1 bill, y'all.
Yeah.
Fair enough. That's sick.
I don't need the government taking my money when I'm not looking.
It's true.
So-
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff. I don't know if I'll say it. I don't care. There's a lot of stuff I should be
there's a
writing
lot
up
of
on taxes that I do
conspiracy
not
in
write
the
on.
Yes,
world,
there you go.
So
Yeah.
it's a very touchy subject.
A little tax
to
fraud really
delve
never
into.
hurt nobody. The world will stay the same. The world will keep turning,
Yeah.
whether or not I commit tax fraud. or
I
not.
mean, some little blokes from Idaho. Who's
couple
gonna care?
blokes, dude. Couple boys having fun. Boys will
Yeah.
be boys, dude.
Boys will be boys.
Yeah, boys
Let 'em
will be
have
boys.
fun.
You're good.
Yeah, dude.
You're good.
January 6th rides. Boys will be boys.
Yeah, exactly.
Boys will be boys, dude. I was thinking. I saw a Shane Gillis bit on it. It was like, how many people were drunk driving there? Probably a lot.
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna go kill Nancy Pelosi. I'll be back.
cannot believe this. I'm gonna go show
trying
them
to-
what's up.
With wives trying to grab their keys from him. Oh, give me the key. I'm gonna go kill Nancy Pelosi.
I'll go
I'll be
show them
back.
myself.
He's
I'll
like,
show them what for.
Yeah.
alcoholics don't run in my family; they drive. You know.
Dude, I can appreciate that drinking and driving memes as well as the gambling memes.
Yeah.
Like one spin at the table away from winning $1 gazillion. I like that. There's this one guy on Instagram. Instagram comments are ruthless. Also,
Yeah.
just
Yeah,
they just go-
Instagram in general. is
That's where
just
I've seen a lot, like
so-
what you were saying about Reddit, where I see someone comment and then someone come back with oh, well, easy for someone. I saw in your pictures you
They
were
do
a
a
Boy
deep dive,
Scout or
dude.
some shit, and you're like,
Yeah.
wow, how the fuck?
Or like the
Yeah,
gambling
why
one.
do
He's
they
like,
care so much?
Yeah.
he's
Just
like, I love
let me
gambling
live
so
my
much.
life.
I've done it every day for the past 20 years. I'm not addicted. I'm just committed. He's like,
True. There's a gambling addict like I've been like 20 years clean, and then everyone in the comments like, bro was one spin away from $1 gazillion. He's
awesome.
like, quitters never prosper.
No,
It's true,
that's
dude.
true. My favorite comedian of all time, Norm Macdonald. He was a addict, gambling addict, which is
He was a smart man.
awesome.
Yeah, it's the best addiction to have for
Oh
sure.
yeah,
Why
it's
not?
the healthiest way to.
For sure. Yeah, the healthiest way to live.
Healthiest way to be addicted.
Yeah.
You can live on the edge every day, dude.
Hell yeah.
Let's gamble the mortgage. Fuck it.
I mean, that's what we're gonna do at some point.
Oh, for sure. I'm gambling the wife and the kids, dude.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Everything's
dude, I'm
going.
gambling cars.
Everything must go.
Yeah, I will be switching cars home. on the way
I'll
home.
go with a Maserati
Yeah.
and leave with a brick
I bet
with wheels on it.
Bugatti.
it's like
Oh,
gamble your
fuck.
soul.
Pretty much, dude.
Spend
Dude,
your life away.
I'd be pressed, dude, if I got hit with that. The Robert Johnson Crossroads. It's like, yo, you wanna gamble with your soul, dude? I'm like,
Yeah, he's like,
I've always wanted to go to the crossroads and sell my soul.
dude, that'd be sick.
It's
great.
just-
I'll shred, dude. I'll shred and go
That's
to hell.
endgame,
I gotta
dude.
dab up John Lennon when I see him.
John Lennon's like, what's up, man?
What's up, man? How'd
I
beating your
got-
wife go?
I got my freaking birthmark that hasn't paid off yet, but
Oh,
I've always been
that's
hoping to come across. I mean, it would help my situation a lot to be able to make a deal.
You'd make a deal. You gotta just. You think? I don't think the devil would want a lawyer present. That's the only thing.
Yeah, you just gotta be ballsy and go out there and do it.
Yeah.
You can't just sit around.
Yeah,
Quitter's mindset. Make a deal with Satan.
I saw this cartoon strip too of this guy sitting at the crossroads with his guitar, and he's like, I'd sell my soul to the devil to be able to play this guitar, and the devil appears and he's like, I'm sorry, but your soul is only worth a box of crackers. And then in the next frame, he's sitting there with his guitar, but he's eating crackers.
that's funny.
What type of crackers at least?
I'm fucking hungry. I don't care.
Yeah, you gotta get that like
Yeah,
the chicken,
were they the club
chicken in a box or
crackers?
How much?
whatever.
I don't.
Chicken
How,
in a
how
biscuit.
much is
Chicken in a
how much is a soul really
Oh,
worth?
chicken and a biscuit.
Yeah.
Chicken
That's worth it.
nugget, biscuit nugget, and a biscuit nugget. I love it.
You sound like Herbert the Perfect.
No,
there,
he
dude.
was singing Tobuscus.
He's like, come here,
He's singing Tobuscus.
It's awesome.
I can swing my soul,
Oh my God,
my
Satan.
diamond soul.
Yeah, but I don't know. I don't know if that's worth it, dude. Just being able to shred your whole life and just at the very end, you just. I don't know if I believe in an afterlife though. That's the thing.
There is no after.
I do not believe in that personally.
I don't know. It's that's a
I've
It's
difficult
just
thing.
hard.
much
It's always been hard. Like
information.
everybody, like it's hard to imagine nothing. You know, like because even Black's void is something.
Like
It's
the other
even-
night,
It's even more hard to imagine something.
yeah, like the other night, I had this dream that I like died. It was weird. It was a weird dream, and I always have weird dreams. But I was like dying, and it felt real, you know. And I was like I'm not ready to die. I don't want to know what's beyond death right now, you know.
Yeah.
I got shit to do next week.
Yeah, exactly.
I gotta finish Better Call Saul. Please
So, bro, I
let
gotta-
me stay up
I
a
gotta
little
shovel
while.
my driveway. At least let me live through
At
that, you know.
least.
At least
I
let
gotta
me
eat
get to
raisin.
GTA
I need to eat raisin
6.
canes one more time,
Yeah.
dude. Please.
At least for GTA 6.
Yeah.
That's never coming out.
Plenty of
No,
stuff
never.
for
It's never.
The one decade like delay.
Yeah, dude.
It's like you go into a coma and wake up and it's still not
It's
out.
still
that.
not.
You're like, fuck.
Yeah,
like,
they
come on,
haven't
man.
even
Put
me
started
back in,
producing
bro.
it
Yeah,
yet.
it's like
Yeah, I was looking at the thing of like cryo sleep that people are doing, like cryo chambers. They put old people, just deep freeze them heavy, just straight up just throw them in the
baseball
freezer.
stars.
Do
from
they
the
live through
50s
that
and
or what?
stuff.
Usually not. It's like corpses.
That's
usually.
the hope. They're
But
hoping that science.
it's the
They're
hope
trying to. The whole cryogenic thing is that they are able to freeze you, but you're still.
I wouldn't ever
able
wanna
to
do
come
that.
back to life.
Like-
It's just like because you're not dead until you're warm and dead because they can't preserve you like a good amount if you're. But it's also just banking on the fact that technology is going to advance enough that you can bring people back to life, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's weird. Like, I feel like if someone died and they came back to life, do you think they'd be the same? Like, their brain wouldn't have oxygen for as long as they were dead. They probably wouldn't. They'd
I
be
feel
a
like you
vegetable.
couldn't fathom it. Like,
Well, yeah,
You
I
just
feel
give
like
them
you
CPR
just
for a while.
wake up centuries in the future. and
yeah,
it's
well,
like
that'd just be like,
everything's so
what?
advanced, and
You know?
everything would either be so advanced and
Or there'd be
overrun
nothing.
by another species, or it would just be
like-
absolute chaos.
By
like
the
Mad
apes
Max.
in Coral Reefs.
No,
Yeah, full circle.
It's kind of
Back to
crazy
the
to think
apes.
about. We are like 1% like indifferenated from, that's not even a word, but from
yeah,
apes.
indifferent.
Yeah, like there's only like 1% difference from our DNA from apes, and see how far we are.
I think it's
Imagine
more
like
than
a
1%.
1% from like humans, what that would be
How
like, you
different
know?
that would
Yeah,
be.
there's just so many branches of evolution.
Yeah.
And there's so much
Probably
proof
look like
of it
the
that
like.
that's what I believe.
Probably look
in.
like Yakub.
They'd have like 3 dicks.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They'd have the nipple. They have nipple. They had dick-sized
Nipple
nipples.
dick.
Dick-sized nipples.
That's
Truth
the
or
only
dare?
difference.
Like, they're so advanced, and
You
they
can
really
just
just
like
have.
twirl
Yeah.
them around. And
You
shit.
wake up from a coma. They hit you
Do
with
their nipples have foreskin?
I mean, like if you want them to. I mean,
They have a little.
I
They
think
have a
it's
molehill.
just to each their own. Whatever you got down there, that's your nipple.
Yeah.
So,
That'd be rough. I wouldn't want any of that.
yeah. I mean, like,
I don't want none of that.
yeah. I mean,
I just have nipple-sized nipples.
yeah.
I don't want that.
Yeah.
What's the point? There's no upgrade.
Yeah. Then what's the point of anything, dude?
What's the point of anything?
Yeah.
But I think we're gonna start wrapping up, guys. A question we always end this show with is, and I'm glad you guys are kind of touching on death. Is if you were to die today, who would your pallbearers be? Let's go and start with you.
Pallbearers.
I would say definitely Tayson, Victor, and Cameron for my band, and then I would also want to say my dad, probably Jack, and then maybe Austin and Bradley.
There you
What
go.
does pallbearers mean?
Person, they
People
carry
that
your
carry
dead
your
body.
casket.
Yeah, they
Like, have
carry
you
your
ever
casket
carried a
to-
casket
Oh,
out to
gotcha.
the
Yeah, yeah.
hearse and then they drive
Oh,
it?
for sure. I do that a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
It's
a
like your
pallbearer.
favorite thing to do.
Yeah. I do it myself. I just
Yeah.
I do a couple squats before I throw them in.
It's like those people that dance with the casket, you know what I'm talking
Yeah,
about?
that shit is
Like
badass.
laugh and dance.
Yeah. But,
I appreciate it.
I don't know. For me, definitely my dad. If I die tomorrow, my dad, my little brother, definitely Darius, Victor, and Cameron. That leaves like one spot. I don't know. Someone can rock paper scissors over it.
There you go.
Bradley.
Nah, definitely not Austin. No offense to him, definitely not.
Parker.
Don't. Yeah,
Probably-
probably
I
Parker.
feel like
Parker or
Parker.
Dylan. They can rock paper
Yeah,
scissors.
I think Parker and Dylan would be pretty close.
Yeah. For me, it'd probably either be like between two like groups. It'd either be my dad, my brother, Brian, Austin, and Bradley, or it'd be like just 6 homeless people.
That'd be cool.
I feel like I would probably
badass.
want the homeless people, to be honest.
Yeah, go out with a bang.
Just drop
They're
it.
all
I
partying.
fly out. I just roll
You
out.
just shatter.
But if
like,
they're-
your remains just.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
explode.
That the dude couldn't even ride a bike, and you
Yeah,
wanted to carry
I would
a
want
cuss.
6 heroin addicts on a bicycle, on bicycles to carry me to the grave.
Definitely. I don't know, yeah. I mean, I like the idea of just like, I mean, I don't like the idea, but like, I'd
No, you
rather have
love it,
my
dude.
family, like, carry me, you know, like,
I'd feel
my,
more
my
respected.
dad, my brother. I mean, I've known Darius since we were kids.
Yeah,
I mean,
4th
definitely
grade.
my stepbrother, probably. I don't know. I wouldn't want my mom or like girlfriend. They'd probably, you know, like
Well, I
break
don't-
Too
down.
weepy.
Women
Yeah,
are
dude,
allowed
horrible.
to do pallbearing.
Yeah.
Are they not?
Well, maybe not in
That's
Darius-
something that's
maybe
come
not
up
in
before.
your
I'm
world,
not
yeah.
sure.
Kind of touchy, but
I don't know. I've never
I'd be
seen a
okay
girl
with
be.
it.
I mean, I'd be okay with it, but I know for a fact they'd be dying. They'd be like, freaking out. So
What are you trying to say, man?
I want an all women
Shut up.
cast on my pallbearers. Now that you mention it.
put some dirt in your eye,
would you?
Victor.
No guys.
No
Yeah.
one. You just stage where.
No, just girls, just
It's like,
Oh,
ew,
yeah.
women? Cooties, you.
Yeah, dude. I don't want to.
Yeah, that's my thing. I don't need a bunch of dudes touching me.
Yeah,
That's true.
It's like you wake up, it's like,
Who do you think I am? Who do you think I am? Harry Potter?
Yeah, yeah, for real.
I would just want,
Elton
if they could
John.
clone J.K. Rowling 6 times. That'd be pretty awesome. That'd be pretty good. Then they could write my autobiography. He was very, very gay his whole life.
Or the Star Wars cast, that'd be pretty funny, you know.
Yeah.
Old people, dude.
Is that your old
Mark
people?
Hamill.
Mark
He's
Hamill.
like dying.
Anakin Skywalker, Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Leia's corpse.
Hold up, like let me think of like Jabba the Hutt, you know, that'd be
The
quite
Wookiee.
Chewbacca.
Yeah,
Chewflacco.
C-3PO. The guy.
The robots.
Yeah, the robots.
There you
The voice actors.
What's the one nobody likes there? Yeah,
Jar Jar Binks.
Jar Jar Binks.
Is he,
Oh, yeah,
are you talking about the
Misa.
robot?
No,
No, I just- I just-
Misa.
No.
He's like
Misa
Jar Jar
something.
Binks,
so
yeah.
horny.
Yeah,
Yeah, he said me so horny.
No, that's
Yeah.
that's Full Metal Jacket.
Yeah, he's just the
$5
worst. I
anything
think.
you want.
I've never watched Star Wars, but I have a lot of friends that are like diehards, and everybody hates that Jar Jar
Yeah,
Binks character.
I don't
for some
know. I
reason.
I'm a
think
nerd.
he's just a.
He's awesome.
He's not a good
When
addition.
I was like in 4th or 5th grade when that movie came out, and the Lay's potato chips, I won a backpack, and I just had to send the thing in, and they sent it to me in the mail. Really nice, like canvas backpack that says Star Wars on it. It was cool.
That's awesome, yeah.
That's
awesome.
sick.
Back in the day, man, you could get some cool prizes and shit.
Mm.
They were just
Yeah,
handing
I mean-
out houses at like roulettes, dude.
I
Yeah.
feel like we all feel like we're just a few decades behind
Back,
where
yeah.
we should have been.
That's
Yeah.
all right. We'll catch up, dude.
That's the way everybody feels.
Well,
Yeah, I mean,
think
we were given our shot.
the way I like
and
to
so
look
we're
at
gonna
it, we'll
take
make it our own, you know?
yeah.
I mean, no point in dwelling in the past that you weren't even like
Yeah.
there for, you know?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, all I listened to when I was a kid was music from the 60s. And
Yeah.
so-
Yeah, it's always a cross generation.
Yeah.
It's always gonna go back.
So it is.
What's that?
I was just repeating what he said.
Okay.
Yeah. That's right.
I think that's it for today, guys. I mean, this was awesome. I hope you guys come back. Definitely a really, really good episode. And, I like when guests can kind of take over and talk like that. That's
Yeah.
what I like doing.
Yeah.
That's what we do a lot on the Spanish podcast. I'm glad we're being able to get more and more guests on the English podcast. So if anybody is listening to this and wants to come on the podcast, just go ahead and let me know. Reach out and we'll get you in here. Usually pretty open schedule about that stuff. So other than that, I think we're good to go. Any parting words before we leave, guys?
Schmegma thrives.
Make sure I don't know. Make sure to check out Oblivion Thrash Band on Instagram, and we'll have our demo.
beverage.
Yeah, we'll have our demo releasing. Yeah, I love my family too.
Yeah.
So I got to stay on business for a second.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I mean we're releasing our demo tapes this week.
Go follow
Probably tomorrow.
Ghouls and Metal magazine.
Well, by the time this comes out, it'll probably be like,
Yeah.
It's already been out. Yeah, probably.
yeah.
Okay, so yeah, get me all the links to all that stuff, and this is coming out a week from Thursday. So
Sweet.
Sweet.
So give me all the links, and I'll just link everything below so they can follow you. Go follow these guys. Go follow the magazine, and go listen to their stuff.
Yeah.
Awesome. I'm just really. You get out of touch for a little while from the scene. So just knowing that the scene still exists really warms my heart. So thank you guys for coming. We got Tayson, we got Darius, we got Victor, and they are Oblivion.
Hell yeah. That feels so weird taking those off.